And we're back. Another epi.
Yes, sir.
51. Ready for a long one. Pause.
Oh my god, there's like so much stuff.
Global popped off, man, for the first time in 7 months.
Wait, we did? Oh yeah, I guess so.
There's just a lot of content. And by a lot of content, I mean there's just a lot of campaign information. There's actually not a lot of content.
Like, we got a lot of stuff, but like Japan's is always still more exciting.
Right, Japan is fucking Yamato coming out. Global's like, oh, we have the Onigashima Trio units. Like, no one fucking cares.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying because like at this point, if Global wasn't catching up, we would have got Yamato right now.
Correct. Like, literally, we would have actually. You're 100% right. And I think same thing as the Straw Hat Crew unit too. I honestly think that because I think Flame 100% correct. I think it was made for Global. And I think that if we went on the quote-unquote synchronization route, we would have had both of them, hands down.
Yeah, we'll get him eventually, but it's just a matter of when.
Super December.
Well, we're getting Straw Hats in November.
Yeah, that's true, actually, we are.
But who knows for Yamato?
Super December, baby. It's coming.
And, well, yeah, wait, so next episode will be after Luffy Law Kid have already dropped.
And Yamato. So it's going to be a big ep as well. It'll be a big discussion ep as well. So without further ado... fuck you. Without further ado, let's just get started because it's going to be a long one. What's going on, guys? We're back to episode 51 of the Good Grade Perfect podcast. 5 + 1, 6th. Shout out to Job and his 6th graders. Anyway, we're here. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of content to get through. And I think we should just hop right into it straight away. We're going to just jump straight to Global. The Bonney Sugofest. Bonney Sugofest hit Global quite recently. Any Bonney takers? Any winners? Any losers? How did Bonney go, gentlemen?
Any winners? Yeah. Any
Flame,
winners?
raise your hand up. Put your fucking hand up, you son of a bitch.
So, I was just chilling, and then Todd summoned the demon out of me, challenged me. So I had to pull.
I don't think Todd did that. I don't think Todd did none of that.
I don't know, bro. He's saying he's throwing some shots, bro. He's like, yo, if Flame pulls Bonney, I'm about to do something.
We're pulling up. Don't worry. I'm buying a vaccine passport on the fucking dark web right now. I'm pulling up. I'm breaking your knees. It's over for you. But yeah, Todd, good, bad. How'd you go, boss man?
It was pretty bad initially. I did like the handful of multis I did. I got X Drake.
Yep.
And then I did the 30 gem on part 2, and I got Hawkins.
Yep.
And then the 30 gem on part 3, I got Apu. So I actually got all the rare recruits, which actually worked out alright.
Positive. That's good for treasure map coming up, I think. I would assume so. So
I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, like you take the chance when you can. Flame, he didn't say it, but he fucking got Bonney because he's a doo-doo head. And the way he revealed it to us was he told us to go into the Alliance, and then he has Bonney as the character in the Alliance, the piece of trash.
Yeah.
But honestly, my plan kind of failed because I thought when I told Todd to do it, I wanted him to see Bonney like in like the screen with all the PNGs.
Yeah, the sprites and stuff. But
yeah.
But interestingly enough, the Bonney Sugofest and Global was actually an exact copy-paste from that of JP, which I found out like a couple of days ago because I was like doing a comparison of the two, and it's kind of concerning if they're just copy and pasting, because that might lead to, you know, it might lead to the Onigashima Trio banner being the exact same, and whilst that banner's decent, there could be a lot better on Global. And I think people are pretty scared with this banner too because there was no 1-gem multis. So there's a lot of bickering and crying flying around that 1-gem multis has been cancelled on Global. I don't know how true that is or not, but I mean...
It doesn't make any sense why they would even remove 1-gem multis, man. Like, that's the thing that entices people to keep pulling. Like...
I think I might have put on this banner if I could have done like 4 multis, like the discount, full price than 1-gem. Maybe done like 4 or 5, because you know then you're like it's way less gems in total. But I don't know. Like, are you guys are you guys on that same train of thinking that one gem multis won't be around on global anymore, or do you think this is just the like one-off kind of banner, or where your head's at in that kind of sense?
They might keep like one gem multis for like treasure maps and Kizunas maybe. I got no idea, but that's the thing is like they continuously make debut batches Sugofest like not worth pulling.
Bad, like
they
bad.
Continuously do it.
They do,
100%.
Like it's a little frustrating, like because there's no enticement.
Yeah, and another thing that a lot of people have been pointing out recently is about gem sales, just comparing global and Japan, because like if we're going to be on the same timeline as Japan, and we're going to have the exact same Sugos as them, it's just completely unfair because their gem sales are just infinitely better than ours. So we actually like it just cost us more money to get the characters that we want.
Or even just to keep up in general, really. Like it's going to cost us an arm and a leg to keep up in that kind of sense, to even like be in contention or in comparison.
So having those one gem multis, like it actually like helps out a lot. But
it seemingly felt like it balanced it out a lot more. Because obviously with the one gem multi, you know, you're saving 49 gems, and if you want to do the math there, then like, you know, there's a lot overall you're saving altogether.
Why can't all the banners be the same as Halloween Shanks?
Dude,
you know, guaranteed new legend on the 15th.
You know what? Even if imagine if every banner was like akin to the Shanks crew banner, not necessarily like 3 all red multis available, but like the amount of discounted multis on that banner was actually crazy. Like I would be alright with there not being one gem multis as frequently or anymore even, but I would want to see a substitution where you'd have a lot more discounted multis every so often if you really wanted to do that, because like it just make things way cheaper, or just make multis 30 gems from now on. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that would also be sick.
Because then if you're going to make it 30 multis, it's going to be 900 gems in comparison to fucking 1500. So like, you know, it's going to be way easier to have for people to spend money and do a lot more multis if you bring it down. But I guess you're kind of beating a dead horse at this point when it comes to like discussing how best to handle you know, multis and such. So I don't know. I think go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me, like I don't really think it's worth commenting on right now because like let's just say for example, like the next debut batch, the third multi no longer has all reds.
Yep.
Like it's just one banner. I mean, like we have to see how they, you know, continue to do it from here onwards. You know, just because they didn't do it on one banner, that doesn't mean it's gone forever.
Yep. No, I was really it was really weird when I was like reading everyone like get like immediately everyone's opinion was like, oh, no one gem multis on Bonney means they've cancelled one gem multis, and I was like, I don't think that's the case really. I just think that like, and after looking it up, obviously they just copy and pasted Bonney's banner. I don't know about like I don't know about the like the rate boosted units or whatever, but I know at least the structure is the same. So I guess we have to kind of keep an eye out for like future banners and see as to how they're if they're going to continue to just copy and paste the banner after banner. Because if that's the case, then I guess we can kind of plan even better for like at least up until December comes, and you can really like be ahead of exactly what you want to pull and when you want to pull there.
Bro, those Sugo steps that are like 50 gems and guaranteed legend or a rate boosted character.
I want to die. I want to vomit. It actually makes me sick every time I see that shit. That's the worst thing. Just make it a fucking red, or make it a guaranteed rare recruit. One of the two. Like don't do no rate boosted bullshit. Because you get rate boosted bullshit, you get like the worst rare recruit out. You didn't even get the new one. Like come on, cuz. It should be guaranteed legend or guaranteed new rare recruit. If you really wanted to do that. That's what I think would be the most fair. Because then at least you know if you see a gold poster, more than likely it's going to be a new rare recruit that you potentially don't have as well. I don't know. It's from anything else on Bonney? Do you guys? I don't know if I think this episode will be up before the banner ends. I think, but if it is, do you guys think people should be? Is it worthwhile? Do you think people should be saving? Like, where's everyone's heads at with the Bonney?
Oh nah, don't pull.
His banner sucks.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus.
I recommend pulling.
All right, Knight recommends pulling. All right, Knight said, so if you don't get good pulls at Nightmare JP on Twitter, and make sure he knows that you got bad pulls. All right. From one banner to another, coming out quite soon actually, the Ichiban Kuji Sugofest has been announced for the global version on September 5th. So in 2 days from recording this, I think it drops actually on the day this video will be uploaded. So look forward to that banner. We have 2 separate parts. Part 1 being the part where Luffy is. Part 2 being Nami. Each part is guaranteed their respective unit after 2 multis. So look forward to that. I think
they didn't screw it over this time.
Yeah, it was very good. Luffy's part has Zorojuro, Ace Akainu, V2 Shirashiri, Moria, and Law, which is actually an insane array of legends there, actually. And Nami's part has Luffy Sanji, Halloween Shanks, aka Fuck Stump, has V3 Blackbeard, or V2 Blackbeard. Oh, that's V3 Blackbeard, actually. And then Vivi Becca, V2, and V2 Kaido. So,
what the hell? That one's so much better.
I'm so mad because, like...
Holy shit.
I'm missing Zorojuro. I'm missing Moria. But Luffy is kind of dookie. But then I'm also missing Halloween Shanks and Blackbeard, but both of them are kind of dookie. But Nami's really good. So I think I'm just going to cut my losses and do, like, 2 multis for Nami, then walk away. But, like, what are your guys' plans on this banner?
80 gems for Nami, then dipping.
Yep. Flame, you in the same boat?
Yeah. For me, I'm actually not gonna pull right away because the banner's gonna be up for quite a while.
You're right, actually. You're 100% right.
And I asked Knight, and the island that you to use the units to farm for is for PvP flags. And I know PvP flags are really useful, but for me, I've been using like the same team for months.
Yep.
And I have like I can max like my next like 15 units, so I'm not really in the need to do that. So I'm gonna do my Onigashima pulls and then pull for Nami.
Yeah, like I barely did any of those world journey islands.
I did enough to finish top air missions, and then I was like, I'm outie. I don't need to do no more. But I think that's a really good strategy. I didn't realize that it lasts to the 21st of September. And I think we'll get into this information later on, but I think from what we've seen, the Onigashima Trio banner will be September 11th, Monk S. But
yeah, a week from tomorrow.
So I think that's actually a really good strategy then. Like if you're on the fence with the gems, you don't have a lot to spend, like you don't have a lot of gems like stocked up, or you can't afford, and maybe you're free to play or whatever it is. Probably do your trio multis first. And then if you get lucky or you have a lot of gems left over, probably then go back and pick up Nami. I'm going to throw it tonight. Oh, go for it, Toto.
Or you save for Ace Sabo.
Oh, yeah, true. All that too. And then once you do the pulls to Ace Sabo, then you go back to Onigashima Trio, and then you go back to Ichiban Kuji banner. But I was going to ask.
And then you go for Whitebeard, Shanks, and Marco.
Oh, shut up, talking to me. I was going to ask Knight though. Do you recommend picking up the Luffy as well? Or do you think Nami's the only worthwhile unit here?
No, not really. Like, yeah. Like, there's only, like, one, like, low-cost... No, I don't even think there's any, like, low-cost events that come out, like...
I don't think there is any more.
Yeah, so, like, if you want to, like, for, like, future-proof, like, oh, there might be a low-cost event or something like that, or, you know, like... challenge yourself and do like a low cost team against something.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do something like that, like sure, but I've only like used that guy once.
Yeah. So I remember you did a video. I think you did like the Ichiban Kuji Luffy against I think it was Garp Challenge, Doflamingo maybe.
Yeah, it was Dofi too.
Yeah, Dofi too, which is actually kind of fucked.
I remember that.
That's kind of fucked. You did that, but I mean, otherwise, like, I think Nami's good. I think Nami's actually pretty good. So I'd definitely say the 80 gems for her is really worthwhile. Otherwise, you can probably even skip the banner altogether. Really. All right. Speeding through it, we have Pirate Rumble Smoker, another banner. Oh my days! So this banner is out and about, and it will be out for about a month or so. Obviously, we have Smoker on the front cover here. Pretty generic Pirate Rumble Sugofest lineup. You got Blackbeard and all Pirate Rumble Ores and Pirate Rumble Conus as well on the banner image itself. You guys gonna do any pulls on the Pirate Rumble Smoker banner?
Hell no.
Nah. Fuck that.
I don't know. It just like once they've removed the whole like. So I remember like when was it? I think the last unit was Pirate Rumble Whitebeard. Maybe even before that, it was like guaranteed after 5 multis or whatever. Once they removed that from the Pirate Rumble Sugos, all the Pirate Rumble Sugos just lost value straight away. It's annoying because like I would have been way more inclined, especially for a Pirate Rumble unit that I wanted, to have it guaranteed at like 5 or 3 multis and just always do 5 or 3 multis on that banner, opposed to this whole system where it's just like, oh, you can get them at level 3 and level 5. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem worthwhile, to me at least, in that sense. Who knows? Another skipperina there. But I did jump over something real quick. I think Flame brought them up slightly, was the Ichiban Kuji Sugo. There will be Ichiban Island events. One of them is a Candy and Tome Island. One of them is a skill book island, but it's like specific skill books for some of the legends that are rated up on the banner. And then one will be a Pirate Rumble flag island. And then obviously Nami and Luffy will be duplicating drops. So if you end up pulling the units, you can use them on these islands to get a lot of duplicated drops.
You know, they're just trying to give us these islands that we've missed from back in the day, basically.
It's big catch-up, essentially, more or less.
Yep.
Well, that's all the boring news out of the way. Now we can get into some of the more interesting stuff.
Yes,
so much scrolling to do. So we're gonna start off with the go all the way to the top campaign. So if you guys recall, this campaign was put in place of the Gem Spent event that happened on JP. So I'll just read it verbatim in terms of like the rewards that we acquired, and then we'll have a discussion about what was more valuable, the JP one or this one. So our global players received 2 free multis. So we got 1 free multi, which was a standard rare recruit multi, so a regular multi, and and a second multi that was an all red multi. And then these multis had a guaranteed red at the end of them, and the reds were 1-year reds. So they started at Mihawk and Perona. And then there was the Chopman missions that correlated to your pirate level. I think we predicted this pirate level thing as well in one of the GGP apps. But unfortunately, it was only up to pirate level 500, so it wasn't really too hard for people. But this kind of gave you a bunch of candy, Almighty Tomes, turkeys, limit break materials, a bunch of currency exchanges, which was like medals and insignias. You had level up ticket. You had rare crew tickets. You had legend tickets, limited pool legend tickets, limit break expansion keys, and tablets. And that was our. I think this event lasts until December 31st. So for accounts that are either starting or a low level, you have enough time, hopefully, to get to pirate level 500 to acquire all those rewards. Because I think for a newer account, those rewards are pretty good.
And the fact that we're going to be getting that 3 times EXP ship soon, you're going to be really good
easy money
to get those rewards. Yeah.
With the run one of the Chopper Man mission, EXP mission, whatever they are.
Oh yeah,
there you go. It's easy, like 300 levels in one run. So, make sure you're doing those. All right. Well, then I guess the question on everyone's tongue right now is this a better event than what JP received? So if you recall,
like comparing the gem spent thing,
yeah. So if you recall, the JP event it wasn't really an event, but it was like they sent you a mail which put you into a bracket of how many gems you spent between X and Y, and depending on how many gems you had spent, you would divvied out rewards. Those rewards were limited red tickets, regular red tickets, and Pirate Rumble scrolls. I think those was everything. I don't think there was anything else. I think if you were in the lower gem brackets, you got gold tickets instead, but I think those were like the 3 or 4 items that were part of those rewards overall. So what do you guys think was better? Do you think the global variant of it, or do you think the JP one was?
I think it's interesting because on global, everyone can get the rewards no matter what.
Yeah.
It's more of like You just have to like get to that pirate level and then you're good. But whereas on the gem spend event, it was more based on your personal progression.
Yep.
Through the account and like how many gems you've spent and stuff like that. So I do think that it is kind of like bullshit in a way that like everyone can just get all the rewards, but like on Japan it was more based on, you know, for the veterans and the hardcore players, like they actually got like a bunch of those pirate rumble scrolls. I don't know how many rumble scrolls they actually got, but I assume it would have had to have been a lot.
Knight, do you remember at all?
No idea. I don't really remember.
Must have been like,
I think it was
like 10 at the maximum end, maybe even 20 at the top end.
I think it was like 20s, 30. I think I do remember like 20 and 30.
Right.
I do remember that as well, actually.
Okay.
Well,
I guess.
But I think overall, I think I actually do like the global version better.
I do too. I like it because the multis are cool, like that's whatever. I mean, then again, counts that are re-rolling right now are actually kind of cooked. They get a lot
and wait,
of...
Are those free multi-pools, are they going to be here until December as well?
December 31st, I think it is as well. I think.
Holy crap, dude.
Don't quote me on that, but I think the whole all the way to the top campaign lasts from when maintenance ended until December 31st. So like
that's crazy if that's the case.
Yeah, that's lit.
So like that's wild. I actually don't know about the multis. I know obviously strongman missions do, but maybe the multis don't.
Yeah.
I don't know, but either way, like new accounts are guaranteed to have at minimum 12 reds, and 2 of those reds are gonna be like within 1 year, minimum guaranteed. You know, you could easily walk away with like a killer account from day one, like with 12 reds starting off with. Like that's pretty baller, like to begin your account with. Plus with all the stuff that's coming out too, like. My days. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff to catch up with, which is pretty good though, overall. But I think what upset me is that I really wish they'd do away with this idea of like thinking that pirate level 500 is whoa. Like I feel like they should have done it up to like 1,000. If we're being real, like they should have had rewards up until 1,000. Because I think that would have at least demonstrated that like we're aware there's players that are hardcore or players that have been in the game for a long period of time. Like here's rewards to show our thanks in a sense. But I mean, then again, maybe like rewards would have been too obscene if they had gone all the way to 1,000 in a sense. But I don't know. I just think that maybe it would have been a little nicer.
If they did that, they would have had to dilute all the other rewards, like make them like less desirable. But then like they'd probably give a similar amount of rewards, but then just spread them out across 1,000 levels, which probably isn't as good. But yeah, I agree. So yeah, those free multis will last until December,
which is wild. Flame, what do you think? Which campaign do you think was better?
I like the global one better. I think it was a little bit more fair because I mean, as far as like the JP one, like I mean, they got like extra flags and stuff, but I mean, as far as like what they actually did is like because in a way it's for veterans, but like low key in a way it's not because it's just really how much you spent, not really like how good you are at the game or anything like that. So definitely nice. And I mean, if you count like the extra reds that you got from the Chopper Man missions, like you got like total like 15 in total reds, which that's like a lot more than what people that spend like decently on the game got on JP.
And there's way more different rewards as well.
Yeah, I think like especially like the Chop Man mission rewards. Like I think you mentioned it, Todd, in one, like I think in your stream or whatever. Like for like end game players, the rewards are kind of meh. But like for a beginning player, 300 candy, almighty manuals, turkeys, limit break sets, currency exchanges. Like getting 1,000 TM tickets is pretty cool. Getting 100 Rumble tickets is pretty neat. 50 Kizuna insignias is cool. And obviously, like Flame said, the legend tickets, rare crew tickets, limit break keys. And the tablets too, like all that stuff is just like very helpful for a beginning account or for an account that's on the lower end of the scale for sure. So I think that there's a lot of value there for those players. I think the value for us is like hoping that you might get something new in the multi if you don't have all the legends, I suppose. But
were there gems in this event as well?
There wasn't. I don't think.
No, I was gonna say, I think you actually forgot one thing, Poppy.
Yo.
From the Chopper Man missions, they did give out gems. I
Oh,
got like
really?
60 or 90.
Okay, well there you go. So I'm reading it off obviously the Reddit post, so maybe
From the pyre level ones, there's definitely like 2 or 3 that gave 30 gems each.
You know what? You're right. You're actually right. I think you're definitely right. So
then definitely global's better. Like there's no competition.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Well, from that into I guess the main part of our global discussion today, celebrating the Long Voyage campaign. So I'm gonna kick it to you real quick. I thought the Long Voyage campaign was genuinely the French Annie campaign. I had no idea that this was actually going to be a proper ass campaign. I thought it was just like a word to slap on top of the French anniversary. And I guess it kind of was. But now we've got
basically what it is.
Yeah, we've now got a fully fleshed out campaign that's going to last to October 12th. I'm probably just going to go through like everything that the campaign does, and I guess we'll discuss it from there. So we're going to get up to 10 free multis during this period, which is insane. Yeah. So you're going to have free multis from the 7th of September to the 16th of September. And then we're going to have... That's one multi every day. So from the 7th... So 7th and to the 16th. And then we're going to have one free multi from the 11th of September to October 12th. And that free multi will probably be on the Onigashima Trio banner, because it does mention there's a chance to get a Super Legend, which obviously Luffy, Law, and Kid are. There's going to be a drawing event, which is just... you were entered into that. It's basically another lottery event. You entered into it if you cleared either difficulty 10 times for the Barton, the Bartow and Cavendish Isle, the point farming event. There's another drawing event which starts on September 11th, which essentially September 11th is like the day that basically the Onigashima stuff begins, more or less. Like that's when everything's gonna pop off. Don't take that too literally there. But it's going to be login daily rewards, and that lasts for 18 days. So minimum you're going to get is 1 gem, and then obviously the rewards get better. Maximum you can get is 77 gems, which is actually pretty good. So that's basically 18 or 19 free gems there, which is actually like really neat. Again, just free gems out there. The snail event is back. This one starts on September 6th. There's going to be a chance to find snails. So from the 6th to the 19th, there's a 50% chance for snails to drop stamina meats. And keep in mind, this is the new stamina system. So these stamina meats will go straight to your storage. So it's a really good way to stock up on a lot of stamina meats pretty quickly. Especially because, like, what is that? That's like 13, 14 days of 5 snails each. So, you know, you're looking at, what, like 70 snails potentially. If that's 50% chance, maybe 35 stamina meats overall. That's the quick maths. Hashtag quick maths. If you got to this point of the podcast, hashtag quick maths in the comment section below. September, and then obviously from September 19th to September 29th, 30% chance to drop gems. So, gem snails are back.
You know, I'm so glad that these snails are being updated, because we didn't get it during the Luffy Sanji.
We did it, which is so fucked as well. That was our anniversary.
They screwed us over. We were supposed to get it, and we never got it.
So, getting these snail gems, the gem snails, 30% chance for gems drop. I think these are the snails that have the 3 and 5 gem drops. So, I think there's a chance to get one or the other. Just keep that in mind. And then there's also going to be a super login bonus, which I believe is ongoing right now. There's three passes login bonus. The first one gives us the Law and Chopper, which do not have super swap, which makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. That there.
Needs to be fixed. Yeah.
So there's a lot of gems in this part. I think it's like 80, no, what is it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 80. 70, 80. I was right. 80 gems overall total. There's red tickets. There's 2 login units. So again, the Law and the Chopper. And there's also an Ichiban Luffy, which is not obviously the one from the banner, but it's a separate login. I think it's like an EXP captain as well. So another free EXP captain and a bunch of other rewards like Pyramble Scrolls and stamina meats and such there too. And that's going to last for a long period of time until October 12th. And there's also the Boosted Sunny. So thankfully enough, we didn't get this through Anniversary, which sucked again. But the Boosted Sunny will be back. So from the September 7th to September 11th, we're going to have 3 times EXP and berries. From 11th to the 18th, which I think coincides with the treasure map. Or it might be, no, the next one does. This one is going to be 3 times EXP and berries and max of specials. And then from 18th to the 12th of October, which actually it's a long period of time actually. You're gonna have EXP and berries by 2x and reduces specials by 5 turns. So a really good ship, and that one should be available during Treasure Map, which is gonna make Treasure Map a lot easier.
And that's still better than the host ship.
Oh yeah, exactly.
EXP, so that ship's great.
All these ships also do boost attack by 1.5. So like again, like it's just a very standard ship, and you're gonna get cooldown as well, which is fantastic. And then the final thing there is the return of 100% skill up from the 11th to the 14th. So 3 days to farm your skill books and feed them and guarantee yourself some skill ups. And basically for accounts that are re-rolling right now, a great way to just catch up very fast. But that's the big boy banner. That's the big campaign. What do you think?
So we're getting the big banner on the 11th, right?
Yes.
What event, like free to play event, comes with that?
Chopper
it's like
and Usopp. The Chopper and Usopp
because like
unit.
Kaido and Big Mom raid unit comes out.
That does too, yeah. So the Kaido Big Mom raid, and that's it. I think.
Is there anything else that comes out? Really?
Remember Flame clowned on JP? He was like the 7th Annie raid is Chopper and Usopp. So I genuinely think the only 2 things that come out is the Kaido Big Mom dual unit where you farm the insignias and the Annie units duplicate those drops. So I think the rewards are based on how many drops you get opposed to like point farming. And I think it is it's Chopper and Usopp raid is coming back as well. And
it's out right now.
Which is the weird thing because they mentioned it, I think, in the post or whatever. They're like, oh, we know it's a part of the Recollection Archive, but we're also going to have it so it's available for everyone to farm too. So,
unit's not even good.
If they put that's a dual unit, right?
Yeah.
If they put Super Swap on that unit and like introduced it as a Super Swap like raid, it would be actually sick as fuck. Like that'd been really cool to have that as an introduction point, but I don't know. They didn't do that. But how do we feel about
Chopper as Super Swap on JP?
On JP, you piece of trash. Alright, but how do you feel about the celebrating the Long Voyage campaign? It's like the first campaign we've gotten this whole year pretty much, but how do you feel overall, gentlemen?
They kind of popped off actually. It's kind of good.
It is really good, I think. I think for once, like, we can give praise where it's due. And I don't forget though, like there's a lot of work they need to do to catch up for all the mistakes. But you got to give praise where it's due, and I think that this campaign is a really, really good campaign. Lots of free gems, lots of free items, like a lot of gems. Like my gem stack is like flying right now. You know, like
and we've been able to purchase the
the login pack 2 thing as well, like 6 more gems a day. Like it's really good.
Clutch.
Pardon?
No, I said the gem pack is clutch.
Yep.
Really? How's it glitch?
Yeah, the daily login one.
I said it's clutch.
Oh, I thought you said it's glitched. I was like,
no,
is it glitched?
Clutch,
quick,
clutch.
Buy it again, quick. No, clutch. It is. Like, it really is though. Like, I was concerned because on JP the prices were like really cheap, but then like I was concerned because like it's always apparent, like especially with like the Australian dollar and like gem packs in the Aussie dollar are always shit house. But then they released it and it was like 14 Australian dollars for like the 109 gems, and I was like, oh my god, like that's really really good. Like for once at least.
For us
like,
it's $8.
For 109 gems is insane. Like it's really if you're
Are you allowed to buy both of them?
Yeah, you can buy both of them at the same time. Did you not?
What?
You're an idiot.
You didn't know?
You're a noob. Liz noob.
Are you joking?
The small one you can only purchase once ever.
It's
though.
like the rookie. It's the rookie pack. You can buy it once.
Yeah, the rookie one you can only buy once, but hopefully they like reset it like during big celebrations or some shit.
Maybe like even if it was like once a year or whatever. Like 54 gems for like $9 or whatever it was is like insanely. Flame's buying it right now. I guarantee he's buying it right now.
Nah, I'm not.
Buy it, bro. It's value. It's actually good value though.
Cap.
That's crazy. Oh man,
Bro, I'm farming right now.
His man's on Dokkan head ass. But no, I think that this is a very positive. I'm not gonna say a step in the right direction because I don't think it is. I think there's a lot more we have to do before we can start saying that. But I definitely do think this is a really good campaign. I think that like if people are smart with how they're saving the gems from the campaign, you can get a lot out of this campaign. I think the banner, like the Onigashima Trio unit's banner lasts for like a month, doesn't it? Or like a long period of time, right?
It should. It should.
So if you're thinking about all the login gems and all the lottery gems, if you factor all that kind of stuff in too, like people are going to have a lot of gems to splash on that banner.
Wait, didn't it say that the campaign ended like the 12th
October
of October?
12th.
Like,
So I'm assuming the banner will go.
Yeah, which is a month.
Yeah, 100%. So go from September 11th to October 12th. So,
and then I would assume that after October 12th, they'll do the treasure map Sugo with Sanji, probably.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that means within this, we're also going to get Wako. Oh, sorry, well, I said Wako. Whitebeard versus Shanks. We're going to get Marco. We're going to get obviously Ace Sabo at some point too. So there's a lot of banners. I'll probably chuck this into the celebrating the long voyage stuff. We have a few social media posts. So shout out our new community manager keeping everyone up to date. I really like the long voyage like little image of like all like the things that are popping up, which is always exciting to see. We also had I think there's 3 social media campaigns. So one of them was choose your gift campaign. So it was pick one of the 4 gifts that were available. There's a Sugofest celebration social media. Don't know what that is, but that starts on the Onigashima Trio banner. So I'm assuming it's probably like something to do with screenshotting your multis potentially and tweeting something. And then there's the Find Your Nakama campaign, which I think it will probably relate to Pirate Alliance and maybe I think because JP had one where it's like if they made like it was like 500,000 alliances or something like that, they got like a bunch of rewards or a couple gems for it too. So I'm assuming that's probably the same thing. But again, more social media campaign stuff. You know, plenty more rewards to acquire from there.
Ooh.
Very excited. Very, very excited.
Yeah. Stuff's looking alright.
One other thing, I guess you can, if you want to count it as content, is Arena Shinobu.
Yeah, Arena Shinobu. I had that in the other news, but again, Arena Shinobu going to be dropping as I guess as anniversary or not anniversary, but as like this campaign content too.
I have not even started looking at what that content does yet.
I don't know either. Don't worry. Bring Bonney friend captain probably, and you're set most likely. So
I got you.
No, I'm not gonna. Never in my life will I use Flames fucking Bonney. I swear to God, I never do it. But before we jumped into the JP stuff, I'm gonna because this will be the last GGP app of all time. Sorry guys, no, but this is the last GGP app before we get into Luffy Law and Kid banner. I'm gonna again. We've talked about this a bunch. I don't know if you guys are set in stone as how you're gonna approach your multis, but what is your strategy going forward into this array of banners coming up in terms of the Onigashima Trio banner, the Ace Cyber banner, the Whitebeard vs Shanks, Marco banner, and all those banners there? What is your plan of attack and how you're approaching these banners coming up?
Boy, oh boy. I really want to try and get all 3 of the Onigashima Trio if I can.
Yep.
I really want Ace Sabo, but I really could not give a shit about Whitebeard vs Shanks or Marco.
Yep. So I'll give you my plan. So my plan is I'm gonna go for Law, and then once I get Law,
Law will be the first one I'll go for as well.
I'm gonna go for Law, and then I'm gonna go back and go for Ace Sabo, and then if I have gems left over, maybe I'll try for Kid or Luffy. I haven't decided which one yet. But I might try for probably Kid, just because like it just seems a bit more unique. Because I feel like Luffy will probably get another unit at the end of this year that'll be like better than the Onigashima Trio unit. And then I don't know. And then probably again like what you said, I do think that Whitebeard vs Shanks is pretty underrated. I think they're really good, but I just don't.
They are good.
I just don't think there's a lot of value in them right now.
With the units that are coming out. You can get Whitebeard versus Shanks and Marco from like any legend ticket or any banner, right? Whereas you can't do that for the other 4 characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think the plan of attack for me is Law first, then Ace Sabo, and then it's like if I have stuff left over, I mean we'll see what happens there. Flame, what are you thinking? I'll just get all the units in the discount, no problem. My name's Flame.
I'm probably popping off. I'm probably gonna pull to our last top level 5, all 3.
Oh my, let's go! It's actually
Tough
final.
Conti over here.
It's final tap. You piece of trash.
Yeah, final tap. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
final tap. My final summons. No.
If you get kid though, you don't want to max his one out.
That's the weirdest
True.
thing to me still.
True.
That's the weirdest thing to me still. Like, my days.
No, but I mean, I have to see the steps, obviously, but I'm planning on splitting it. I'm going to do half on Law, half on Luffy.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to pull on Ace and Sabo just because I got blasted on Dokkan.
You better. I'm trying to get some. I'm trying to see some points, man. I'm trying to see our team fly.
So yeah, and I mean with some stuff that's also going to be coming out that we're going to talk about soon. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to pop off too hard.
Yep. Not
indeed.
Words of wisdom.
Not you pulling?
You pulling? You're coming back? It's a global? No, but seriously though, words of wisdom. Where do you think global players should be spending their gems? Luffy, Law Kid, or Ace Sabo, or like what's the strategy people should be going for?
I reckon that you should go for one of the Onigashima Trio. If like, let's say you don't have like that many gems, let's say you only got like, I don't know, like 200, something like that. And like, you can only like really focus on one banner. I'd just say pick one of the Onigashima Trio. It doesn't really matter which one. I think all three are really good. And go for that. Because the thing is like, CP-0 Legends, they repeat like monthly at this point. New batch characters you can get nearly everywhere. Super Sugos aren't very common, so I feel like you should probably go for that. Plus, Super Sugo is going to have a lot of other really good rate boosted legends on it. So that's just, in my head, the most sane thing to do.
Yep. I think that it's pretty safe to assume that New Year's will be a Super Sugo. I think it's pretty safe to think that that's going to be the case. And I think because that's the case, or at least in my opinion it is, I think that it doesn't really matter if you're going to skip out on like one or two of the Onigashima Trio units. I think that it's alright to skip it. I do still hold that Law is the best of the three. At least the most valuable. Purely for my own personal position, like I don't have Zorojuro as a Dex captain. So like I think that Law is gonna easily cover like the deck stuff for me and just be a really good unit to run a lot of the time for stuff.
But the thing is though, is like in terms of Dex captains, there's already two on Japan that are already better than Law as a Dex captain.
Exactly.
I feel.
Exactly right. So like I think that Law is the best of the three, just like overall speaking. But I think it's like what you said, it's one of those Sugo Fests where like if you get one of them or two or three of them, I think you're in a good position. Because I think all three of them are really good units. Like, and I just don't. I would just personally put Law ahead of the other two at minimum.
Yeah, I think he's that's the thing. They're all really good.
I don't
know, but yeah, Law I think is the most valuable because of that last tab. But like the thing is, the last tab gets blocked a lot. But if you are able to get that to activate, then no one else kind of compares. Honestly.
But then I think you also have to factor in like Ace Sabo in that, and I think that Ace Sabo might be one of like maybe top 3 legends in the game.
I would agree.
If you bring in Toki from JP, I mean that's what everyone says. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what she does, like when she comes to global, I suppose. But even like aside from Toki, I think like top 2 legends are Roger and Ace Sabo. And I would probably put more value on Ace Sabo. So like if you were really gonna wait and like just wait for everything to release, all the banners to release first, I'd probably say pull on Ace Sabo because not only are they like one of the best legends in the game, but they're also gonna support you really heavily in the upcoming Kisner, Pirate Alliance Kisner as well. So like there's a lot more value there for them, at least inherently. But then if you don't really want to wait...
once again, like it repeats every month.
Exactly. So like the Toki banner has Ace Sabo on it. So you could in theory wait for the Toki banner to drop and then pick up Ace Sabo potentially there. So again, like, you know, they're a lot more frequent. But again, like what Todd said, the Super Sugo units probably won't come back until the end of this year. So
there really isn't a wrong decision on which one you pull for, I feel.
Just hopefully no one gets shafted, everyone walks away happy. You know,
but like after this month, most people, like if you're like a free to play or you don't spend much on the game, after this month you really shouldn't be spending until like
New Year's probably.
Towards the end of the year. Yeah.
There's no valuable units. At least, I mean, we'll probably get into this maybe a little later. But like,
we can talk about it.
There's no valuable units coming up. I don't know. I just don't think there's. If speaking
like there's good units, but that you don't need them.
There's
right?
no TM trademark copywritten. There's no milestone banner coming up. As far as I'm concerned, there's no banner where I'm like, oh, this is meta. I don't think there exists one on JP yet. I think this is gonna be the last thing we talk about in the podcast. So viewer retention time. Stay tuned for. I'm sure you guys know we're gonna talk about it a little later. But it's Kuma, guys. Yeah. It's Kuma, guys. But no, I think that that unit, if they're really good, they'll pop off and become like probably the next milestone. But apropos of that, I don't think there is a milestone banner coming up at any time soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, after your September pulls, obviously, with the amount of gems that they've been giving out lately, if you do decide to pull, you should have like probably over 500 by the time one or two of the new Super Sugos drop.
I don't know how true it is, and I don't want to like pull myself out there, but I think Fader Muffins was writing on Reddit, and he's a numbers guy all the time, and he mentioned something like between the Ace Sabo banner and the Toki banner, there's about 1,500 gems that JP got, which is a lot. And I think that a lot of those gems were potentially included within the 7th anniversary stuff. So maybe like we won't get 1,500, but I think what Flame said, I think 500 is a really safe amount. I think it's gonna be more than 500 too.
And remember, if you're in an alliance Kizunas give lots of gems now too.
Yeah. Plus if you have some sweats in your alliance, bro, get your bounty up a little bit, like get yourself up a little bit in bounty too. There's lots of gems there available for people as well. So.
Yeah, and to put this into perspective, this is including the gem pack, obviously the login one. When I did my Bonney pulls, obviously, like I don't remember how long ago it was, like a week ago or something. When I finished, obviously I didn't have any gems. Right now, just with the login gems, I have over 250 gems.
Yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
If you think about it, it's like what? It's like 6 gems from the login packs. Then it's plus 2, it's 8. Then right now there's a bunch of login campaigns on Global, which there's also the 100 volume campaign, which we'll talk about in depth a little later.
Right, and then there's also the Chopper Man missions that gave like 60 or 90.
They gave a bunch of gems. Plus, when Garp challenges reset, there's like between 40 to like 70 gems there as well. Like, and plus every month that's recurring, obviously. So there's a lot of gems there. So I think for Global players, if you're gonna dump your load now, pause. It's time. Nice back. What's up, man? Pull up at the right time. But like, if you're gonna spend your gems now, you might as well like spend them all on this banner coming up, and try to get as much as you possibly can out of it, and then just hold your gems until potentially the end of this year. Because I would put money on it that New Year's is gonna have a mad banner, a simultaneous banner at that too. If Yoshi's correct in both games having synchronicity by December, like there's got to be a celebration banner of some kind. Surely there's got to be something there. But I would
expect that by the time we reach December, it's going to be like a celebration between both versions.
I think so.
That signifies, like now we're caught up. Let's have a big celebration. It's going to be like maybe they might do a month-long event kind of thing.
Yeah,
that would be pretty cool. So like it's like they have a Sugo on release of like global and Japan converging, and then like they have like a whole theme for the whole month, and then at the end New Year's big celebration, blah blah blah.
Yep, I could see that definitely being the case. I do think that's
Christmas Legend probably.
I think I do definitely hold that there will be a Super Sugo Fest unit at the end of this year. Or at least a Super Sugo Fest period at the end of this year. Which I think that...
I haven't checked the questions yet, but what do we think New Year's is going to be at this point? Now that we know that character is coming now.
I think there is one for... Somebody did mention one, I think. I don't know if I wrote it down, though.
I'll write it down and I'll bring it up later.
Yeah, we'll bring it up later during the thing, but... I think it was Christy, so we'll answer it now. Christy, thank you for the question. I don't know, actually. Like, I think that I think they could easily like just keep like running into Wano stuff really simply. I would like it to maybe not just be purely Wano, but I think it's pretty easy for them to just keep riding off the coattail of the success of the anime, at least for the time being.
You got to think about what brings in the dosh, right? So I think
Katakuri swimsuit unit. Let's go.
Oh, I lost. I lost.
We're talking the next Super Sugo New Year's unit, right?
Yeah, New Year's unit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, like, not even on no meme shit. They're gonna drop another Yamato.
I hope not.
It's gonna happen.
I don't want that to be the case, but I think there's more. It's more than likely that could honestly still be the case, which fucking sucks.
I really want to see a Super Sugo Whitebeard.
Yeah, I'm down.
But that's the thing. I don't want them to do another Roger straight away. If they're going to do another Roger, it has to be Whitebeard versus Roger.
I don't like people being like, I don't think this is spoilers anymore, but like, I don't want Roger versus Whitebeard. I don't want Kaido versus... I don't want that shit. Like, I think we don't need another versus Kaido. We don't need another, like... Maybe Roger versus Whitebeard, because I guess both those units haven't been seen in versus... No, take that back. Whitebeard is a versus unit now. Like, I don't want them to repeat these units as versus units. I want new unique stuff coming out. I don't want, like, another versus... Like, I don't want another versus Kaido. I don't want another versus Ace. I don't want, like... I want new hot shit.
What about if they did, like...
Usopp versus Luffy.
Bro, I'm down, dude. I'm down.
That could legit happen. That could happen. I think it'd be really cool. What if they did, like, for New Year's, a Super Sugo Whitebeard and a Super Sugo Garp or something?
Young versions too. I'm in.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
Because everyone has always wanted a young Whitebeard. And I think a Super Sugo young Whitebeard could be kind of clapped. And I think young Garp would be good.
Bring my boy V2 Sengoku.
Bro, yes, please, man. A Garp Sengoku dual unit.
What if they just went full left field and they just did Dragon?
No, surely not. That'd be kind of tight though. A Rev Army batch, another Kuma unit. Pog, let's go. Slave Kuma legend. Dead Sabo. Slave Kuma.
Nah, they're doing Dragon and Emu. It's over.
Bro, hold on.
Emu's just a silhouette the whole time.
It's just they spoil what Emu is meant to be in Treasure Cruise.
I mean, or they could also do like a Super Sugo Blackbeard or something.
You could do like a whole Whitebeard, Blackbeard, Super Sugo.
I'm good on that.
No thanks.
Yeah, we don't. As long as Blackbeard isn't no jank ass dual unit with a gun in the hand or some shit, then I'm alright. Like, just make him a normal ass unit. Don't make him fucking weird.
Or even, like, they could do like other like really cool Super Sugo units. Like they could do a Mihawk or a Zoro or. Not another Sanji. We don't need another Sanji.
No. We need an 8th Sanji unit.
Sugo Sanji.
We need a Super Sugofest exclusive Sanji. We need one. I'm waiting.
You know what? Super Sugo Sanji is going to happen before Super Sugo Zoro. Definitely.
Yep, that's on God. Happening. That's on God.
I don't know when it's happening, but that's going to happen before Zoro gets one.
I reckon so. Fuck Zoro. Zoro sucks. I'm a Sanji stan now, boys. More legends. I don't know. I guess we'll
let's get back on track.
We'll see. I'm gonna mix up the order a little bit. JP news now. Todd, I know it's been a rough couple days, but we have to talk about him.
I know.
Pirate Rumble exclusive Legend Kuma.
Let's fucking go, baby.
I'm pulling up on this, Todd. When this drops on Global, you better be doing 30 multis.
I ain't even gonna touch this banner, dude.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna touch this banner with a 10-foot pole, bro. I'm staying far away.
Make that shit 20,
dog,
bro.
Every time you've been saying, "Oh, we need Kuma. Come on, Kuma. I need it." No, you better pull on it, you bitch.
Oh, fuck, man. Oh my god.
It's the monkey's paw. It's the monkey's paw. You got a Legend Kuma, but he's average.
They disrespected my boy, and you know what? It's kind of shitty because then Fighting Path just released a new SS
He's so
rarity
good,
Kuma, and he's actually insane. I'm
He's
so mad.
Good. I watched your video
He's
and I was
insane.
like, bro, Kuma's kind of cracked. Like Kuma's good.
Yeah, he's really good. And then they cheesed him up so bad. Like it's funny because I was on the stream when those icons came out. I was so pumped, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool. There's Kuma. And
Two of the legends you wanted. Two of them, CP-0 Lucci and Legend Kuma, and they're both like. I mean, Lucci's okay, but Kuma's actually dookie. All right, let's get into Kuma.
Let's break him down. Yeah,
so Kuma, he is a strength jabroni. He's a strength powerhouse shooter. He has provoked attack. He has hunger. He has barrier pen. So his captain ability
break abilities.
-1 cooldown at the start of the adventure. Strength characters attack by 4.5x. He gets their attack is at 5x until you hit anything other than a perfect. HP by 1.5. At the end of the turn, do 100 times receive damage to all enemies. Crew will not be blown away. So that 100 times damage received is similar to Halloween lore. His special is accumulate the amount of damage received until this special is triggered. And you do 50 times the accumulated damage in typeless damage to all enemies. Max is at 10 mil. When max HP of the crew is 60k or more, for 1 turn, boost the color affinity of strength characters by 2.5x, otherwise by 2.25. He completely removes blindness and can't be blown away in his sailor abilities. His support is on the final stage for 1 turn, boost the color affinity for strength characters. I'm assuming that's by 1.5x.
It is, yeah.
But it has to be strength characters that are also powerhouse. So I think that's pretty straightforward there.
Too bad.
No super type, because fuck him. he's a Pirate Rumble legend.
Or like if this unit released in like 2019,
it's
no one
over.
would have argued.
This is the best legend in the game, bro.
No one would have said shit. But this isn't 2019. This is 2021, and this is some dog shit, right? So the fact is, his captain effect, he does the Halloween lore reflect damage, which like that's cool, right? You know, you can use lore to like cheese content, but the problem is he doesn't have any healing capabilities on his kit at all.
Yep.
I don't think he doesn't even have pinch healing. He doesn't even have pinch healing. So
that's
like, what the fuck, man?
That's fucked.
And you have to tank damage in order to get his like V2 Katakuri special, but very similar to V2 Katakuri, you need to tank 200,000 damage to get the max capacity. So you're never going to see that, by the way. And then he's just a color affinity boosting special. Like, that's all he is. Like,
he's so shit.
I'm sorry. Really bad.
He's actually really fucking bad. Like, reading it all again is bad.
I think it's the worst legend of the year.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Like, what other legends are worse than him that have released in 2021? I can't think of many.
None. If you look at all the JP legends, they've all been heat. Like, they've all been pretty good. He's the worst legend.
Vorsalino V2, but Vorsalino V2 is way better than this Kuma.
I would say Kizaru V2 is better than this Kuma. Easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's strength dex crit captain. Like, he at least has more
another
time
thing, comparing him to Halloween Law, I think Halloween Law, he like avoids despair.
Right,
and,
which is insane.
Kuma doesn't.
And Halloween Law's super type heals, so you have like the ability to tank the damage, then heal, and like tank damage again. Like his kit is so much more well-rounded. This Kuma fucking sucks. It's so annoying, bro. Like he actually.
I guess one good thing is avoiding blow away. I mean,
that is convenient. Like it is good.
That's the only thing about him that's like redeeming.
But
because you can hybrid him up in some pretty cool units.
How often though is blow away a problem for content? Not that often, I feel like. So
well, I will be awaiting Todd's showcase. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man, you'll have to be waiting a very long time because
3-4 years, like 2025, Todd's gonna pull up with Kuma because he bought him in the coin shop or some shit.
Let's go.
The thing about it is that like basically Bullet gets a new best friend.
Let's Bullet stay winning. Let's go. The GOAT. That's my guy.
Yeah, 2.5 affinity is like pretty good. But I mean,
this guy fucking sucks, bro. This guy's actually trash.
Yeah, I mean, the affinity is nice. I just don't like how it's capped behind that threshold.
But it's also like that's such a what an obscure threshold number. Why 60k? Like I don't like. Is there any like reference with that or whatever it is.
Does Kuma have something to do with 6 or 60? I don't think he does.
Ku is
because of the amount of times Todd asked for it.
60,000 times.
True.
Yoshi had like a counter, and he was like, "All right, Kuma's releasing today. 60,000." Bink. Look. His special, like him as a crewmate, would have been really good if his special had some form of utility involved. Like if it had, he doesn't even orb manip. Every Kuma has always had some sort of orb manip involved. He does fuck all. Like if this Kuma had also like changes all orbs, including block orbs, into matching, and then he does also color affinity, and maybe he even locks orbs. Him at least as a sailor would have been pretty decent for strength teams. Like it's so much more damage output, you know, with the 2.5 times color affinity. I mean, if you have the HP, of course, but. Otherwise, he's kind of bad, bro. He's not that good.
I don't think we brought it up, but why is he only a strength captain?
I think all Pirate Rumble
PvP units
units are going to be like that. I mean, obviously, Kizaru isn't technically. He's strength X quick.
He's strength X quick, yeah.
But I think that all of them are going to be like purely color-based captains. And they're not super types either, which is just stupid. But I guess then I mean, if you have anything else to say, go for it. Otherwise,
oh no, I think you were about to get to it.
Get to his Pirate Rumble stuff. His main selling point is his Pirate Rumble kit, which he's a 32-turn CT. His special is 2 times character attacking damage to enemies in large range, 2 times character attack in damage to one enemy that will ignore defense. His Pirate Rumble ability is strength allies get level 5 attack and then level 10 knockback right up to himself. When enemy is knocked back 3 times, level 3 attack up to strength allies. He attacks nearby enemies and he's immune to special seal and reduces 30% of incoming damage from Dex.
I remember we talked with Sick about this yesterday.
Yeah. He's good. He's a good strength unit. It's unfortunate because strength is still pretty mediocre in PvP. That's their only issue.
Yeah, they got like basically no defenses, so it's all about like trying to hit the enemy before they can hit you. But that is kind of a good thing that they have going for them because now they got this Kuma and they've also got Super Tight Kid, both of which have a special ability that can do damage through defense. Yep. So no matter how talented the enemy is, you're able to get that damage off, which can help you just instantly KO enemies before they have a chance. So long as you have the CT rate up, which the Strength VV Legend that came out recently can kind of help with that too. So
the team's coming
Kuma
together.
is good on paper. Yeah.
You also have the Arlong that released as well. And the Arlong is damage to enemies in a large range. Strength allies get level 7 attack up for 20 seconds. And level 3 defense up for 20 seconds. And he's on a 27 CT. And his abilities attack level 5 attack up, level 5 speed up to strength allies. And from the start of the battle for 40 seconds, Dex enemies level 6 speed down. And he reduces 40% of incoming damage from Dex. So that Arlong is actually better than the Kuma. if you're gonna pull on the Kuma banner, you're gonna hope for Arlong. You're not gonna hope for fucking Kuma. But I don't know, bro. He's not that good, man. And it sucks.
He ain't it. He ain't it, Chief.
It's a skip.
So okay, what are we rating him out of 10?
Out of 10, I think he's like a 4. He's a 4. He's like
I wouldn't say that.
He's maybe like a 5 or a 6 because of his PvP kid, but otherwise, I would say like maybe 6 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'd give him a 6.
Light Flame?
I rate him Todd out of 10.
Okay, Todd out of 10.
Sure.
Oh, wait, so you rate him a 10 out of 10?
Let's go, Paul.
Yeah. I see you, big dog.
Alright, then the other legend that released alongside a batch as well, and we finally got a Morgan's unit. Shout out Rogers base.
Oh yeah.
Dex CP-0 Lucci. Dex Lucci is a powerhouse striker. He has crit, slot bind, and fighter. Sorry. He's a crit, slot bind, and provoked attack. He is a Dex powerhouse and fighter characters attack level 5, attack 5x, HP by 1.5, increases the appearance rate of matching orbs. At the end of the turn, he heals 0.5. He heals 0.5x the number of perfects you hit during that term. His special completely removes defense up on enemies, 100x characters attack and typeless damage to all enemies, and for one turn he adds 1000 1,000 to the base attack of Dex, Powerhouse, and Fighter characters, and he boosts the orbs of Dex, Powerhouse, and Fighter characters by 2.5x. His super condition is when an orb boost is active, and his super type special is 75 times character attack and type in damage to all enemies that will ignore defensive abilities and defense up, and then he adds 0.3 to the orb boost. He adds 0.3 to an orb boost that is active, and obviously his super type for Dex characters.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's pretty nice.
He's a very strong Dex captain. Without a doubt.
He's a great combo for Queen.
Yep.
If you're on mono Dex, because he's also Powerhouse. He's an orb booster. I think Queen's an attack booster, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty good. I love his captain effect, even though it's like super simple. Like it's good, right?
Yep.
5x, 1.5 health. High chance at matching slots is like, okay.
It's always really good. I feel like I've always really liked
like
the
remember V1 Lucci
chance.
had that special that increased the chances of matching slots? So they're bringing that back.
Yeah.
And healing every time you hit a perfect. So high HP with a healing mechanic.
He has a lot of survivability. Like you're looking at Garp. This guy's like going to be very useful for Dex Garp challenges or like just Garp challenges probably in general, I suppose. Maybe not like a screen captain, but like survivability wise, he has a lot of opportunities to live like for a very long time.
And according to the database, it says that his cooldown's 15, but I just looked on Twitter. I think after expansion, it goes down to 13.
That's pretty good.
So I feel like if I got this guy, I'd probably want to expand him. That extra 2 cooldowns actually going to be kind of clutch.
But I think, again, though, like you mentioned, running him alongside Queen, you kind of mitigate a lot of the cooldown issues, because Queen just almost every turn will give you at least 1 cooldown, I suppose. Which is pretty good there.
Yeah, Lucci's special's so good though. Like removing increased defense completely, that's like really freaking
I feel
good.
like that's always so underrated. Just removing completely. I think that's why Vivi Becker is such a good unit. I think.
Oh yeah, legit.
Doesn't Sanji Pudding do that with Rainbow and Threshold as well? Or do they do?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like all really good. I say it a million times. I think what is very underrated is the base attack boost. Plus 1,000 flat base attack boost is a lot of damage.
Yeah. Unconditional boost. Yeah. There's no like HP restriction or anything to it. Yeah.
I think the only other units that do that is the Whitebeard vs Shanks unit. And then there's other units that do it but require you. I think like Onigashima Trio Luffy, you need to consume orbs, and then V2 Big Mom, you need to have HP.
And Stampede Luffy as well.
Yeah.
But it's only to himself.
Exactly. So
there's also the TM booster to Shigi plus 200, I think, to slashers and something else.
There you go.
Interesting.
Doesn't Odin do it too?
To himself, I think it is.
Yeah.
He's super type.
Is that 2 super types? Yeah.
But this is like an unconditional 100 of 1,000
the whole team as well.
To Dex, Powerhouse, and Fighters. So such an array of characters there to get a massive boost out of it.
Even if they release better captains for those classes or color in the future, like this unit's going to be still one of those great subs to use on any of those teams.
And keep in mind, 2.5 times orb boost is as a captain, you get 2.8 times orb boost. So like
right, because of the super type.
A lot of damage output there too. Like I think he's
this unit's awesome.
He's a solid unit. He's a very solid unit. Like if you got him, like you wouldn't be like you'd be pretty happy with the unit you got, because he's a very strong unit overall.
Yeah, I still think Queen's probably a bit better.
I would say in the Dex room, I'd say I'd probably idolize Queen over Lucci, but like really either or, like I think they're both fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes, man. What?
His support. Once during the adventure, when the supported character triggers a special, he reduces 3 turns of defense up on enemies. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's sick.
And then that's on Kaku and Stussy. So like
that's pretty bad thing.
Yeah, I mean like they're like you can maybe run him like with the quick Kaku that removes attack up as well. That could be
TM
pretty.
Stussy came out recently.
And then that TM Stussy as well. That would be a really good combo. Foot Stussy.
Yeah.
But that's a really good, because it's not really hidden under a condition. It's just when you use the special, 3 turns of defense up. Like that's a lot. 3 turns is actually nasty good.
Glad it's not when they have to use a damage special.
And he also does damage in his special. So any any supports in the future that maybe require you to do damage with your special, he already has that embedded, so he can probably run a few of those supports then. His PvP kit. He is on a 27 CT to enemies in a large range, level 3 defense down for 5 seconds, and then 2 times character second damage, and then level 3 defense up to Dex allies for 20 seconds. His ability is Dex allies level 7 attack up, level 3 speed up, and then he's immune to paralysis and reduces 30% of incoming damage from quick.
Yeah, really good.
He slots into the Dex team pretty well. I think, obviously, he's definitely more of the attacking Dex team. I mean, it's not, and again, though, like, you're not really using Dex to attack, probably. But, like, you could bring him as, like, a bench unit on, like, a defensive Dex team, per se. And have him come in. He reduces defense, does a lot of damage, and then ups your own speed. And then plus, like, level 7 attack up and level 3 speed up. He's pretty decent for ability as well. Obviously, he's not really made for PvP, but again, he's definitely another asset for the Dex teams to roll with.
Yep, for sure.
Anything interesting from Kaku or Stussy at all?
I don't remember what they do. I know that they're mainly utility though.
Kaku is 5 turns of bind and attack down. When the crew has an attack activated, he adds 0.25 to the attack up. That is active. Otherwise, for 1 turn, he boosts the attack of Dex, Slash, and Powerhouse characters by 175. So using him with Queen, oh my days, that's actually really good. And you get 5 turns.
2.5.
I think so. So now you get 2.75 attack up with Queen, and then you get 2.8 orbs with Lucci. So I don't know, bro. It's a kind of sick hybrid there.
Just use Law, you get 3x.
Oh shit, he's right. He's fucking right. Run it back, Turbo. And then Stussy. 5 turns of % damage reduction and threshold on the enemies. When the crew has a plus X to chain active, which isn't a chain boost, then adds +2 to that. Otherwise, she boosts the chain by 1.0, which is kind of fucked for a rare recruit. It's pretty good. And that's a rainbow chain as well. That's to anyone. So like, that's kind of cracked for a rare recruit, bro. Hold on, that's a lot of damage for a chain boost. And then she makes Dex characters treat tandem orbs as beneficial as a sailor. So really good. And then Morgans, the unit we're all here for. Dex Morgans. For 1 turn, greatly increases the rate of matching orbs, randomizes non-matching orbs for 2, and reduces 2 turns of bind, despair, and special seal on the crew. He does have double special. So 4 turns of those. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's all the units there. Lucci out of 10. How are you feeling?
Shit.
I would say like 8.5, 9 for me potentially. I'm in that realm, I think.
Say 9.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a 9, maybe 9.2.
Alright, and then you pop Kaku for the 2.5, so it's a 9.5 or something like that, or what's up there?
Let's say 9. Let's say 9.
Bring Legend Zoro, get that 3x or
Alright, shut up talking to me, bro. What do you think, Knight? Out of 10?
9.75.
Nice.
I like it.
Oh,
let's go. He's coming. Knight's coming back. Knight's coming back for Lucci.
Yeah,
banner.
I'm coming back for Lucci.
He's actually already pulled on the banner. He's already pulled on it.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. I wish it wasn't Leopard Lucci. I like OG Lucci.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah, like he's on the.
Nah, you're just a hater, bro.
Nah, bro. All his legends are in the Leopard.
Yeah,
that's what's raw about him, bro.
I don't know about that.
Alright, enough fucking chit chat. We're here to talk news, lads. All of this podcast. Alright, podcast's over. See you guys next time. But everything we just talked about was a preamble into the juice, into the squeeze of today's episode.
Yes, sir.
Celebration for the 100 volumes of One Piece is occurring right now on the global and the JP versions. At the moment, it's not really much of a celebration. It's more of a login campaign or login bonus where there will be 100 gems available for each version of the game over, I believe it's 15 days. So keep that in mind. Which is, again, lots of gems for us as global players coming up to the Onigashima Trio banner. But
yeah,
alongside that, we have the confirmation of a few things. This isn't V jump leaks. This is Shonen jump leaks. So get keen, lads.
It's big news.
This is Orky news, die news. Call the press, stop the print. We got some information to squeeze out. First and foremost, the Tobiroppo are getting some units. So we are getting a Legend Ulti and Page 1.
Let's go.
Flame
That's
is
pretty
excited.
sick, though.
Legend Ulti and Page 1 pulling up, which is really cool. We're getting rare recruits, Sasaki, Who's Who, and Black Maria. But on top of all this, there's a little silhouette in the corner. Legend Super Sugofest exclusive Yamato is coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise in about 2 days from recording of this podcast.
No.
Like 1 day from this podcast.
It literally should be coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow!
Yeah,
We're fucked!
Tomorrow at this time, the banner will be out.
So we'll be a day. This podcast will be out the day after Yamato. So get keen for episode 52, or we'll discuss Yamato in that one. But Yamato is coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise. It's finally confirmed. There is a website for the Volume 100 campaign that has a countdown time in Yamato's mask, which is horribly cropped, mind you. I've now ruined it for everyone. If you look at the mask, you can see the white outline of the mask.
Yeah, it's so bad.
But it's out about. We've got the news. Super Sugofest exclusive Yamato is coming. We don't know if the Ulti Page 1 is going to be on the same banner, separate banner. There's no real confirmation. We have no information at all. All we know is that there's a maintenance that starts pretty soon, actually, in 15 hours from... Yeah, 15 hours from now, I think it is, from the time we're recording this. And it ends just as the episode finishes airing. So Yamato should coincide with the end of the episode.
I think it's actually as it airs.
As it airs, okay.
I'm pretty sure it's right before it airs.
Yep.
So what I think is going to happen is that this maintenance is going to happen after it concludes. The episode goes live. News time that day is when the banner's out. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yep.
So that's the timeline of events for you guys.
And then we do have the artwork for Yamato. Mask on.
Yes.
No, fuck it, mask off is what I'm going to say. But,
yes, sir.
But, yeah. Yamato. Fuck.
Man, this is... I'm so excited. I'm also, like... I know a lot of global players out there are pretty pissed at the fact that, you know, Japan are getting this, because this would be so exciting to have right now. But, man... Now, it's just the point at this point. Like, everyone, like, knew that this is coming out a couple of days ago. And everyone's just been speculating as to what this character is actually going to do.
Yep.
Because that's what everyone wants to know. This unit is confirmed to be a Super Sugo unit, so they should be on the same level as Roger, Odin, and the Onigashima Trio.
Last tap, baby!
Pretty freaking good.
Final tap, baby!
I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared to see where her last tap is.
Bro, it's gonna be bonkers. Alright, because that's why I like us recording this today, because we have no idea what she's gonna be like.
Yeah.
So we can theorize a complete kit for this unit. And then we can, in the next episode, we can see how close or how completely far away we were. But before we kind of jump into that, obviously, like Todd said, we were expecting Yamato at some point this year. Are you guys surprised that it's now and it's not New Year's? How do you guys feel about that kind of component?
I'm not, because they usually always have a huge September Sugofest anyway.
Yeah. That does make sense, but I also was expecting that it was going to be New Year's at this point, just so that all, like, global and Japan could celebrate it at the same time, because, like, this is a character everyone's been wanting since their reveal in the manga to be in Treasure Cruise.
Yeah.
So it is kind of annoying for global players that we have to wait a little bit longer, but yeah, it does make sense in terms of the episode release and everything. Yeah.
All right. I think there's also a free multi on the banner.
Awesome.
I think that's what it says there. In
Japanese.
I believe
there is.
Watch Knight, come back, free multi, get Yamato, and quit. And then delete her and make a YouTube short. There you go.
And then feed Yamato to God Kobe.
I was gonna say, I guess in a way, I guess it's good that this isn't coming out on global, because if this came out with like
It's
Page and
over.
multi and all that, like that would completely overshadow like next week.
Again, it'd be overshadow the units again.
Oh yeah, if they were gonna do it, then like the Luffy Law Kid stuff would be pushed back. It'd have to be.
Yeah. Plus, like, this unit's gonna be broken. This unit isn't the next, like, if this unit isn't the next Roger, like, in terms of, like, quality of unit, I'll be pretty pissed and pretty upset.
Wait, hang on. Just before we get into that, out of the Super Sugos that are out right now, what are we ranking them as? So obviously Roger's number 1.
Roger's number 1, I'd say...
Almost 2.
What'd you say?
Coolest numbers.
No, it's like, oh shit, my bad.
He's a super Sugo in a certain type of way.
He's super dookie.
A super trash.
Super, got his ass. Woo!
Shit, I mean, he's limited.
He is limited though. He's more exclusive than most legends. I would say Roger's 1, probably Law is 2.
Yeah.
And then the rest, I have no idea. I'd say maybe Luffy 3. And then potentially...
Then Kid, then Odin.
That's probably what I'd say.
Because, like, Odin's captain face, like, not great.
But his special is bonkers, though. Like, that's the issue.
Yeah.
Then again, also, Kid's special is also pretty bonkers, too.
So, out of those 5, like, I want Yamato to be the top 3 at least.
I want Yamato
Probably
to be best.
top 2.
I want Yamato to be better than Roger. I really do.
Same.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think there's value in her not being the best legend in the game. I
just don't see Yamato being a rainbow captain.
I do see her being a rainbow captain, which is the scary part. Like, I feel like for them to sell, they don't really have. Also, this on the contrary, they don't have to sell this unit much. Like, that's the issue.
No, they don't.
This unit could be like 3x captain, and people would still dump gems. Like, that's the scary part of it.
That is scary. Yeah, you're right. Because they could make this unit like not desirable at all, but because it's it's Yamato, everyone wants to spend their.
So I think it's
gems
already pretty locked and loaded that a lot of, because I like on JP Twitter, people were hype. Like, I think because there was like a photo of like Snowman went and bought the Shonen Jump, because I think there was like the quote unquote leak of Yamato mask thing was like on the back of Shonen Jump, I think it was that little page thing. I think that was
like a flyer.
Yeah, and I think like Snowman posted that tweet, and all the replies like, I'm excited, I'm ready. Like, I'm really
Well, that's
keen.
the thing as well, is it's crazy how much they're advertising the shit out of it.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
That's why I think she's going to be the best legend in the game. I genuinely don't see her not being the best legend in the game.
They are going all out to promote this Sugo Fest. So
imagine if this legend is like bad. I'll be so upset. I'll be so livid.
Like it's like a stupid health condition.
Bro,
like,
I'll be so mad. I'm like, I don't know. All right, well,
it's gonna have we'll talk about it when we
what do we feel? Color. Let's just go down the list of stuff. Color.
It makes the most sense to be in.
I'm gonna write this stuff down and save it I opened up Microsoft Excel. Why did I do that?
I'm gonna be putting 100 down on 100 chips worth on int.
I agree with int too. Yamato.
As much as I don't want it to be int, but I think it will be.
Flame Knight. What do you guys think the color is?
Quick.
I feel Psy. Like, I could picture the border with a Psy icon.
Please don't be Psy.
Another thing though is that Rob Lucci only debuted with one legend and he was Dex. So what if they're like, oh, we gotta have another Dex legend?
If Yamato's Dex, I'm actually be pissed. Because first of all, Dex...
Yeah, because Dex doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she's int then.
Yeah.
So we're right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it would make sense to say like she's int because there's no int super types. I mean, super Sugos.
I think Todd is the same. I think that's what makes the most sense to me is like they still haven't released an int super type, and this could kind of make a little sense if this was the int super type.
They could make Yamato int and then make Page 1 and Ulti like Dex related.
I think Page 1 and Ulti would be Dex strength. I think there might be Dex strength.
I could see that for sure.
All right, so we're gonna go with int, quick, or Psy. We need to pick one. I think int. I'm pretty adamant with int.
All right, what if they're like,
I've got
another theory.
Go for it.
Okay, what if they're like, oh, Yamato wants to be like Odin, therefore she's strength.
Fuck off.
Let's go.
Fuck off.
It
That's
could
what I tell
be.
you. That's
Could
what I
be.
tell you.
That's all I'm saying.
Alright, I'm gonna give us two
Hey, that's a
options.
spoiler.
That's, I don't care. Who gives a shit at this point, man? She says it in the fucking. Doesn't she say it in like the episode 1 of like the volume 100 shit in the video in the YouTube video? Also, Flame, we stay winning. Yamato's VA is goated, bro. So what's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yukino.
Yukino. All right, we're gonna pick 2 colors. I'm not gonna give us 3. We need to pick only 2 colors that she could potentially be.
I think Int definitely.
Me and Todd are locking it in. Flame and Knight, you guys need to think of something. You need to.
What you got?
Knight said
You
quick.
can go, bro. You can go, Mr. Flame. Yeah, we can go, sir.
All right, All right. What classes will she be?
Powerhouse.
She's definitely gonna be a striker.
I think she's gonna be free spirit.
Yeah, free spirit striker would be what I'd pick.
So I'm gonna put down powerhouse, striker, and free spirit as the 3.
I don't see her being
there.
driven, not cerebral, not a slasher. Not
I
a
think
shooter,
she'll be
not a-
free. I think she'll be free spirit because of Odin again.
I think
that's
a very low
guarantee.
chance she could be a fighter.
Yeah,
low
I could
chance.
see that. I could see that.
Could
actually.
be powerhouse. Could be powerhouse free spirit.
Yeah, I think something in free spirit's a shoe-in. I think that should be. If it's not, I'll be pretty upset.
Yeah, like one of the classes has to be either free spirit or powerhouse,
Yeah,
at least.
I
Like that
agree.
has to be a thing.
I think
The other one,
I think
who knows?
free spirit powerhouse works because Kaido's powerhouse, Odin's free spirit, kind of they both coincide there. So I think that makes a lot of sense. But again, that might pull some bullshit. She's driven. Like what the fuck? I mean, hey, again, could be plausible too. Like I don't know. She's a shooter captain, guys. Let's go. All right, what's her
That
captain?
would be the wildest shit.
What's her captain?
That's
What's
like
her captain?
Oh man, captain. I think whatever color and 2 classes she is.
Yep. So color 2 classes. Color plus.
I feel like that's the most sense.
I
you think?
want her to have utility in her captain. I think if she wants to compete with Roger,
yeah, that'd be garbage.
I think if she wants to
doesn't.
compete with Roger, like, and if they're gonna make her the best legend in the game, I think all good legends have some form of utility in their captain. I just think that she needs to either remove despair, or she needs to remove like special bind or something like that.
That's the thing. Make her remove 2 debuffs.
That's fucked. That's cool.
Like a Halloween Ace or a Stampede Luffy. Make her remove 2 debuffs.
But also like Asaba. Hold on, like Asaba has the
because I feel like if this unit's gonna be Super Sugo and has to be one of the best in the game, removing 2 debuffs is automatically pretty broken.
All right, well we'll say 2 debuffs. Which 2 debuffs do you think she'll remove?
Bind and despair.
All right, I'm down. Bind.
We haven't had a captain that's removed
bind yet, so
exactly.
That would be pretty broken. If it is just bind and despair, yeah, that's really good.
Imagine 5 turns bind, 5 turns despair.
Hey, bro, you do know that if that actually happens, that everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, that means you don't need to socket this unit with bind and despair."
What else are you gonna put in your fucking Yamato, you piece of trash gamer? I gotta put recovery up on her. Shut up talking to me.
Poison resistance.
Bro, you little bitch. All right, anything else in the captain?
Actually, maybe paralysis. I don't know. Anyways,
could be paralysis. I'm gonna put that in.
Nothing below 5x.
Yeah, it has to be a 5x. Right. I could see her being 5.5 on the real ski, but matching all 5.5 maybe, like 5x base, and then maybe like what 5.5 with the matching or with a one or baby 5.5.
He's a crazy
5.5. Okay.
Wait, what?
5.5 is captain with a Wano orb.
Yeah, I was gonna say make tandem into Wano and make tandem appear more often.
As in part of a captain, so tandem to Wano.
Yep.
And then tandem appear more often. And I think I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna say 5.5x with a Wano slot. I don't know. I think she
like the whole team or just her.
No, the whole fucking squad. She's gonna pull up.
Oh, what if it's like if this character has a Wano slot, they're super effective against all types.
That could be plausible too.
Or like, what if there's a really cool effect in a captain where it's like, all specials launched while this unit is the captain bypass normal attacks only?
Fuck off. That's actually busted too. Has 1 slot. Super effective. Well, I'm going to keep through that one. Alright, so her captain ability, our prediction is 5x base, 5.5x with 1 slot. If Yamato has a 1 slot, she's super effective against all types. She boosts her color into her 2 classes. She removes 2 debuffs, and our predictions are either Bind, Despair, or Paralysis, any combination of the 2. She changes tandem orbs into 1 orbs, and she makes tandem orbs appear more often. That's
a broken captain.
That's
Holy
the best.
Shit.
All right, this is the hard part.
You gotta give her like HP boost. Like she got
maybe like a 1.3x HP potentially.
You're like 1.2 or some shit.
1.2x HP.
25% damage reduction or something.
I think 1.2x HP
like
is safe.
No health or damage reduction.
Damage reduction. Nah,
oh my god.
All right. Her special. This is the hard part. What's she gonna do? I think it's going to be some sort of combo between Odin unit, we only have 1 of, and some sort of Kaido unit. So I think there's going to be something to do with 1 slots in her special. I think like there has to be something within her special. Maybe like based upon how many 1 slots you consume, you maybe do X. You give X type of boost.
Whether it be her special effect or her super type effect, I hope she's the next unit that bypasses immunity with one of her effects.
Yeah, we could do that. I reckon we could chuck into.
All right, here we go. Right. So it'll be a 30% health cut that bypasses NAO.
Oh, here we fucking go. Bypass NAO. All right.
Applies 1.5 increased damage taken bypassing immunity, like law.
Increased damage.
Kind of like immunity.
And if you have a 1 orb, it's 2.25.
Yo.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? I'll give you 2x though with 1 slot.
And then I'll say like changes own and adjacent slots, including block into 1.
Changes. Nah, fuck you. Full board. Changes all slots, including block into 1 slots. And then she has to do something else. This is kind of bad, bro. She's kind of showing me okay.
Well, so it's health cut.
So 30% HP cut that bypasses NAO. 1.5 times increased damage that bypasses immunity. And if she has a 1 slot at the time of her special, it goes up to 2x. And she changes all slots, including block orbs, into 1.
Alright, so you can leave it like that, and then this is where we get cancer. And you give her a super type.
Alright, hold on. What's the condition? What's the condition?
Condition just be there.
Has no exist. I think it has to be maybe like consume 10 Wano slots.
Yeah, consume like 10 Wano slots.
Alright, and then super type ability.
Alright, so here we go.
I apologize, by the way, for all the typing.
So it's just going to be a 3x orb boost, and then the condition
3x? No, run. Whoa. You said 3x orb boost?
Check it. So it's going to be a 3x orb boost, and then the condition is going to be if you have an orb boost active, you get a 3x attack boost. So you can just pop both of them.
So you're saying orb boost in her special, and then if she has an orb boost in her special, if an orb boost is active, she also does an attack boost.
Yes.
3x is fucked. I'll give you a 2.75 though.
Like, you don't even need any units at this point. It's just on Yamato.
just run Yamato.
I'll give you. I don't know. Do we want to do that?
Oh,
I mean that was a joke.
Okay. I was like, mate, bro, that might be true though. Hold on.
I'm gonna guess, right? Super type makes her own normal attacks bypass everything.
So, her
again, if she's super effective against all types,
bypass everything. Yep. That it?
Nah, it's gotta have something else. Maybe like get it. But then you said already with a special guaranteed 1, right?
Yeah, I said so. Maybe lock slots. Right. Here we go. Run it back. Hold on. Maybe she can lock slots for 1 turn.
Can't think about what to do.
Wait, run it back to a special real quick. So we have 30% HP cut that bypasses NAO.
I think 30% is too much. Make it like 20%.
Okay, 25. All right. Maybe she's getting worse now. I'm not gonna pull for her anymore.
I think we're past the point of too much.
20% HP cut that bypasses NAO. 1.5 times increased damage that passes immunity. And if she has a 1-0 slot at the time of her special's launch, it's 2x instead. She changes all slots, and this happens after you get the increased damage though. She changes all slots, including block orbs, into 1-0 slots. And then surely she has to do like one more thing in her special. Maybe some sort of other boost. Like attack or boost, color affinity chain. Something like that.
This is where you get, this where you become
2x, 2.5 conditional.
Give her.
Wait, no, I like that idea.
Boost.
If the unit has increased damage taken, boost damage dealt by 2 times.
Oh my god. I think she has that. I think a conditional boost would be pretty sick. Of some kind. You
could just like make the last bit of a special be like cooldown reduction or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe you could have like -1 turn to cooldown at the start of the special. How about that?
So as a captain as well.
You're like, fucking alright. Put her as a captain. -1 turn cooldown.
All specials max at the start of the fight.
-1 turn CD. Alright, so 20% bypass. Is there anything else we want to add to a special? So I think we had color affinity.
I don't think we need to.
Surely one. Come on. Come on. One more thing. One more boost of some kind. What do you think? I think
what else can we do?
Maybe we could give her a conditional, and then one of the rare recruits in the batch could be like the way to get the conditional boost, something like that. Or maybe we'll just do color.
No, that's garbage.
That's garbage. Okay. You know, give it.
Yeah, it's self-conditional or nothing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because you get a damage reduction or something, or like a healing special or some shit.
That's true. You're 100% right, Flame. We're not going to talk about it, but you're 100% right. I don't know. Like, I feel like she's gonna do something else. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe just give her like an orb boost of some kind. Maybe just give her like a 2.75 times orb boost. Rainbow orb boost too. Fuck you. Because then that kind of is that's kind of like, actually no, we won't do rainbow orb boost, but if you give her the orb boost, that's kind of similar to Odin then. 2.75 times orb boost to color and classes.
Legit, if they just try and combine like super type Kaido and like Odin legends, if they like just combine those effects to be somewhat similar, then yeah, this unit's gonna be pretty good.
And then we said super type condition is consume 10 1-0 slots. And her super type ability, so we start off saying her normal attacks bypass everything. And is there anything else you want to add to the super type ability?
Man, I don't know. What if you do like something like super type Blackbeard, where it like removes like beneficial effects off the enemy or some shit?
Yeah,
that could be cool. Like remove like 2 turns of any beneficial effect.
-2, then that would be similar to Super type Kaido. Removes 2 turns of enemy.
Like barrier and like defense or some shit. I don't know.
Maybe like 2 turns of barrier, defense up, and then threshold to be similar to cool. Kaido. And then fuck you, I'm locking slots. Locking slots because I think that's
give her the Capone crew perfect lock.
Oh shit, give her the perfect lock too? Nah, fuck that.
With Wano slots, it's over.
It's actually, I'm never hitting a perfect ever again in my life. I'm never doing it. Nah,
you have to hit a great to unlock it.
Oh shit, you have to hit a good great or a perfect.
That'd be so busted.
What if she's a GGP cat? We gotta rebrand, bro. We gotta rebrand.
Oh, dude.
It might be time. Alright, let's run back. So this is the GGP Cruise theory. Confirmed actually. This is not even tinfoil hatting. This is actually Dev Knight is here today with us, and this is the information. He's confirmed that this is what Yamato is going to be. So Yamato is going to either be an in or a Psy unit. She's going to have the classes that are either Powerhouse, Strike, or Free Spirit. She's going to be a 5x captain or 5.5x with a 1-0 slot, 1.2 times HP. If she has a 1-0 slot, her attacks are super effective. -1 cooldown at the start of the adventure. She boosts a color and her 2 classes. She has 2 debuff removal. I think I would say 5 turns. Let's not get it carried away here, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta be reasonable here. 5 turns of 2 debuff removals, and those are either Bind, Despair, or Paralysis. She converts any tandem orb into 1-0. orbs and she make tandem orbs appear more often. Her special will be a 20% HP cut that bypasses NAO. She does a 1.5 time increased damage past immunity, and if she has a 1 slot at the time the special is activated, it is a 2 times increased damage instead. She changes all slots, including block orbs, into 1 slots. She has a 2.75 times orb boost that boosts her color in the 2 classes. Her super type condition will be a consume 10 1 slots, and her super type ability will be her attack bypasses everything. So that means defense up, barrier, and all that kind of stuff. And then she also minuses 2 turns. She removes 2 turns of barrier, defense up, and threshold with her super type. This is a pog unit. I'm in. Make this the unit. We've made it, bro. This unit's bugging.
So if the unit is half as good as that,
if the unit even has a few of those features, you know it's going to be a good unit.
I reckon, like, high key, I definitely think Wano slots are involved for sure.
I would be pretty upset again.
I'll be shocked. I'd be shocked if there's no Wano slots.
I'd be like, it'd be kind of silly. It'd be a missed opportunity for sure if there wasn't any Wano slots there. So I definitely do think that Wano slots will be part of it at some point.
I just hope next week when we come on and we talk about it, I hope I don't say, yeah, Yamato's good, but I don't want to say that.
Yeah, you know what?
Right.
That's going to be the hard part. Like, that's going to be the upsetting part too. Saying it like, wow, Yamato's really strong, but there's this glaring issue with the unit. So,
like, I just want to read it and be like, wow, she's like
good.
Ridiculous.
She's the next unit you like global players can look forward to pulling for, essentially. That's what I kind of want to be like.
Like, imagine if the super type condition required like one of the Toby Ropo or some shit. Like that would suck so bad.
I mean, I guess then, but like then you'd have to have some sort of comboing with ulti and page 1 legend with Yamato.
Like, it just means it's so hard to get that super type condition. Like you're kind of restricted in what you can build.
Yeah. I hope that her super type condition is what we said, like consuming 1 slots or something like that. So I feel like that's at least like not necessarily like the easiest thing to do, but at the same time it's pretty straightforward. Like it's pretty like straightforward and makes sense with her kit alone. So hopefully that's the case there. I mean, like, again, that's our prediction. I mean, sorry, not prediction. That's the truth. Dev Knight can confirm that's what Yamato is going to do. So look forward to Yamato in the future. Anything else you guys want to mention about Yamato or the whole 100 volumes of One Piece celebration coming up?
Shout out to
what do you guys think that ulti and page 1 swap effect's gonna do?
That's a good point. We didn't really talk about ulti page 1.
Wait, but that's implying that they're a dual unit.
That's also true though. That could just be a weird Sweet Commander style unit.
I'm gonna guess that they are.
I'm gonna guess that they're a dual.
It's been a little while since JP had one.
But the last one was literally a Sabo.
Yeah, but that was in May, wasn't it?
Yeah, and now it's September. No, Sabo was after them.
Sorry, that's right. You're 100% right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they came out the same month, same shit. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, I agree. It has to be a dual unit.
I think it'd be a missed opportunity if they didn't make them dual unit purely because they could give them super swap. I hope so, at least. Because if they don't give them super swap,
dude, if they don't have that, that would kind of be trash.
That'd be frustrating.
Like,
very frustrating.
Every legend dual unit at this point should have super swap. There's no reason not to.
I mean, we haven't had it's like, you're right though. We haven't had a legend dual unit since a Sabo, and they had super swap. So hypothetically speaking, the next dual unit should have super swap. But then again, who knows at this point?
I don't know what they're going to do, because that's the thing, is like they could go down different routes. They could go down Powerhouse, they could do a color-based captain.
Yeah.
I hope that the dual unit is class-based. I hope it's like Powerhouse and like, I don't know, I feel like it has to be 2 classes at least, like kind of like Fire Tank.
I'd say Powerhouse Striker, Powerhouse Fighter, maybe, something like that, potentially.
Fighter could work. I think Fighter makes a lot of sense. I mean, Lucci was Powerhouse Fighter as well.
Yeah. And then especially if they deck something as well. Like, you know.
I also hope, since we're also getting potentially, but like 99% sure, our first 6+ dual unit, I hope they increase the base value of their captain effects.
Yep.
And it's not like 3.75 and 4x.
Yeah.
Stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
4x is probably about the minimum.
Yeah, I think like I mentioned to Todd, like if they're gonna 6+ Luffy Sanji, It should be that Luffy goes to 4.25 base and Sanji goes to 4.
Like, that's the thing about these dual units, man. Like, they've always had that really stupid issue where they make the dual units, like, on par with everything when they're in their dual form.
Yeah.
But in their single form, they're, like, 2 or 3 years behind in terms of their multipliers. Like, I wouldn't mind if, like, the single forms were, like, hypothetically 4.25, but then their dual units were, like, 4.5. Like, not even that big of an increase.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that they're always useful to use.
Well, that's it.
Because that's always been a glaring issue. But
yeah,
I just hope that this unit kind of solves that issue. Because, like, what were Ace Sabo? Were they, like, 4x? What were they?
They were both 4, I think it was. Or 4 point something, potentially. 4.25, maybe?
Look that up. Yeah, 4.25 with a matching slot, 4x otherwise. That's fine.
But like you said, 4x for a base is pretty decent. But, like,
yeah,
I don't know. I really hope that Ulti Page 1 is a dual unit. I really do hope that it's a dual unit. I think it would be a very missed opportunity if it wasn't a dual unit. So, fingers crossed.
And they need to have Super Swap.
Yeah, and they need to have Super Swap too. Everything else is like, it is what it is. So, it'd be interesting how they approach the Sugofest though. If this is on the Super Sugofest banner but isn't a Super Sugofest unit, or if it's going to be its own banner later, or if it's going to come like at the same time but on separate banners. So that'll be pretty interesting to see how they approach that predicament there.
I would expect it to be like what you said.
Here's another interesting question. Do you think Luffy Sanji is gonna have Super Swap?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the other news, but I think we would talk about that now for sure. If Luffy Sanji is the Super Evolution for this month, I would be very upset if they didn't get Super Swap. I think, like, I'm gonna kick it to you. I think I called that shit bare time ago that every 6+ dual unit should get Super Swap. If they don't do that, I'd be pretty upset if 6+ Luffy Sanji ends up being the 6+ and they don't get Super Swap. I think that'd be a waste opportunity on Bandai's behalf. Big waste opportunity.
No, yeah, I mean, we have to see how they do their first 6+ dual unit, but I was a little nervous because with this, like when they did Germa, they didn't even touch their super type.
That's also what concerned me a little bit too. But I think it might be because they were too new, quote unquote new at the time. But at the same time, then it's like, well, what's the point of super evolving or adding super evolution to a unit if you're not gonna like make the unit way better in all assets of that unit? So
that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like the big wasted opportunity here was the fact that Luffy Sanji looks to be the first dual unit getting a 6+.
That also too.
Yeah,
that's just so stupid.
And they're already really good still, and that's just gonna rob them from getting better in the future when they're not that good anymore.
Yep.
All right.
It's the flaw in like the obviously like we could talk about this forever, but it's the flaw in the whole Bandai upgrading. At least, sorry, not the Bandai, but the OPTC upgrading system. Is that like it's very much capped off. Like once you get your limit break expansion, there's no more. At least for now. Who knows? In the future that might change. But then once you get your Super Evolution, it's capped off. You can't go any further than that. So hopefully they give them a Super Swap. Hopefully they make their kit really good. But I think what is the best 6+ of this year? It's been Dex Sabo, right?
I would have to agree with you on that one.
Dex Sabo completely changed. I think it was.
Murasaki was okay.
Yeah, she was alright.
Okay. Carrot, actually, we didn't talk about Carrot. Oh shit, did we?
Carrot was really good too. I think we might have talked about it. I don't know.
Really good. I can't remember. Did we talk about it last week?
I can't recall. let me quickly.
I think we did.
We might have, but either way, I think Carrot.
I think Carrot and Sabo, yeah, for sure. They're probably the best ones.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Germa, despite the fact they didn't get much of an upgrade, just in general, the unit as a whole is.
Germa's a very underrated unit. I think Germa as a unit is very underrated. I think like after using their whole, like I didn't really use them much in terms of, like swapping them into the captain slot that often. But I think I
used them a lot.
Yeah, but in the most recent Kizna, I use them for like an all like a one team versus all, and they were very powerful. And I think that like it really showed like with their whole kit. So.
Like the combo with like using Roger and then having Enel and then like Germa. You can use super type Boa as well. Like the side legends are so good and they all work so well together.
Yep.
It's insane. Yeah, and you got Chopper for utility.
Yep. which is crazy. Chopper's a fucking good legend, bro. Chopper's actually really good.
Like, and Fire Tank Pirates work well with all the ones we just said except for Roger. Like, fuck, it's nuts.
Sai stay winning.
Oh man, Sai do stay winning, man. They're a good color.
They got a lot of good units.
But yeah, I don't know what the Super Evolution's gonna be.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully they don't wreck it and they give us Super Swap.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, gentlemen, before we get into other news? Anything else you guys want to say about Yamato? Anything else about the celebration? Anything we missed?
Yamato's goated.
There you go. Enough said. That Flame thinks Ulti's goated, but he's a weird guy, so.
Let's go.
Wasn't Joba the same though?
Joba was 100% the same. Shout out Joba, man.
Joba thought that Ulti was better than Yamato, but hey.
And then I think he actually
can't all be winners.
I think he actually swapped ship as well, so he's now on the Yamato train.
Smart man.
All right. In other news, there is a new debuff.
You didn't say a thing. It's time for everyone's favorite section.
My bad. It's time for everyone's favorite segment in other news. In other news, there's a new debuff, which is an attack limited debuff. Essentially, the way this debuff works is your attack is heavily reduced until you hit above a particular chain. At the moment, it's 2.0. So any of the taps you do before your chain gets to 2.0, your attack is completely reduced. And then once you get above 2.0, it goes back to normal. This was introduced on the Morgan's point farming event. So look forward to that, global players.
So weird.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Like, you can get around it. Like, hey, bro, the chain boosting captains come back, baby. Let's go.
That sounds like a pretty annoying effect, to be honest.
It is very frustrating because like 4 of your 6 units, if you're just attacking regularly, are just going to be dookie. So
right, and then if you don't bring like Vivi Becca, for example,
you don't bring a chain locker or a chain booster, like you're fucked. New metal shops for Global and JP, so make sure you look at that. I think Global's one is like 45 legends or some shit.
Global's one's really good this month.
I don't think there's a JP image made, but at least for Global,
JP has Big Mom versus Kaido.
Oh yeah, that's the big point.
Yeah,
JP has fucking Big Mom versus Kaido for 400 medals, which is fucked.
Time for me to buy another one.
If you don't have, Todd doesn't have Big Mom Kaido yet, so he can pick them up when they eventually come back to Global. But if you don't, if you're on JP, you don't have Big Mom Kaido. I mean that's a shoo-in. Go buy Big Mom Kaido. They're sick. But on Global, 400 medals. You got Sweet Commanders, Hawkins. Why Hawkins? V2 Blackbeard, Wano Law, Komurasaki, and V1 Kaido. 250, you have Vivi Becca, Sabo Koala, V2 Mihawk, Sanji Judge, Cat Dog, and Jinbei. 150, you have Dex Sabo, Dex Nami, Sai Sanji, Int Akainu, Kung Fu Luffy, V2 Shanks, V2 Ray, V1 Enel, V1 Inu, V1 Shira, TSL, Buggy, V1 Zoro, V1 Blackbeard, Corazon, V1 Law, Croc, Mihawk, V1 Mihawk, V1 Shanks, and V1 Whitebeard.
So basically, Corazon and leave.
Yeah, you buy your Corazon, that's Pog. You could, in theory, probably pick up...
There's so many good ones.
You pick up Wano Law if you don't have him yet. Pick up Kaido if you don't have him yet. Sabo Koala, I'd argue, is still really good. And
Sweet Commanders have got a great support.
And Vivi Becca as well, actually. I take that back. Vivi Becca's fucking sick. For 250 medals as well. You know, and it's really good. Maybe Dex Sabo, potentially. If you really want to...
if you want to say for a Super Evo.
Yep. That's about it.
It's alright.
Pretty good medals. Part Rumble Arlong CPU stages on JP. Make sure you go farm those. It's like 5 gems.
Global has them as well.
Yeah, and Global also has the Part Rumble Smoker ones. So it's like 5 gems and some gold scrolls. So make sure you go get those. There was a few arenas on Global that were added to the Recollection Archive. I had them up, but then I scrolled away because I'm stupid. They were all the most recent arenas on Global, pretty much. So there's now 4 arenas that were added to the Recollection Archive. So if you're missing any of those arena units, now you have the opportunity to acquire them, the Recollection Archive, and then farm them there. Here we go. Kamazo, Frankie, Drake, and Brooke. So make sure you go farm those up. And like we've mentioned a little earlier, Arena Shinobu is coming out in a couple of days, I think, on Global 2. So look forward to that, Global Players. I think that's about it for the content, but from everyone's favorite segment into everyone's favorite segment, it's the Q&A. As per usual, Woo! If you have any questions, you can send those through to us on @GGP Podcast on Twitter or via our YouTube community tab. Starting with the first question from Vince Smokes. You know this was going to be a doozy.
Oh no.
Fuck, marry, kill, Flash, the guy from Donda, and Wolfie. I'll take the reins in this one, guys, because I think it's pretty obvious. You kill the guy from Donda, you marry Flash because you know that boy's gonna have some money, and you fuck the shit out of Wolfie. All right, send that clip to him. All right, next question. Red Halo Gaming. He asks, if you guys could pick only 4 legends to keep on your account and all other legends got deleted, which ones would you choose and why?
Oh. Damn, that's a good question.
Great question, Red Halo. Thank you very much.
Shit, that's really hard.
Todd is pissed. What you gonna do? Roger, easily. You keep fucking Roger. Straight up.
Todd's keeping Kuma.
Yes, sir. Yes, fucking sir.
I'm thinking, Roger for sure. Probably Chopper. V1 Vivi Rebecca.
Yep.
And someone else. I don't know who. Oh, V2 Shirahoshi Manchiri. Yep, send it.
Okay,
I feel that. I don't know what I'll do, actually. I think Roger's
do you make it so like you have to start again and you have to like accumulate the legends again, or it's like you're only allowed to have those 4 legends?
It's like a purge situation where like you can only keep 4 and everything else gets removed, period. You can never get them back, probably.
Okay, it's pretty hard. Yeah, probably stick with what I said.
I don't know actually what I'd do.
Because you need that really good captain, but then you also need like the really good subs, like the subs that are hard to replace.
True.
You'd want like utility legends probably. At least like 2 utility legends that kind of cover everything.
Oh yeah, Legend Brook, bro. I swear he's good.
All right, I'm taking Legend Brook. I'm taking Legend Garp. I'm taking Roger. I'm taking Legend Kuma. I'm taking that's what's up. Pull up.
I'll take Roger. Sanji Pudding.
Yikes.
Kainu vs Ace.
Yeah, good one.
And I will probably grab maybe Odin.
I'm gonna change one of mine. I'm fucking off Chopper and I'm getting Shanks crew.
Fuck, true.
Oh, I forgot about them.
I just realized.
I'd probably take Roger. I'd take Shanks crew. I'd take Ace Akainu, and I'd take Last Tap Law when he comes out. That's what I'd do. Fuck you.
Oh, damn, we could. I didn't know we were doing JP Legends.
No. Well, unless
fuck Odin.
Technically, it's Global Legend.
Fuck Odin. I'm taking.
No, you can only take Kuma if he's JP Legend.
I'm taking Vivi.
No, they're not. No. I'm not letting you slide that one yet.
I'm taking Yamato.
Yeah, I'm taking Yamato. Yeah, fuck everybody else. I'm taking Yamato.
Wait, what? You can pick 4? Nah, bro, I only need 1.
There you go, Yamato.
I'm taking the GGP Yamato.
I'm taking the GGP Yamato.
That's all you need. Yeah, facts. Shit's busted.
All right.
Yes, sir.
At JTB1513, I have 2 questions. One relating to OPTC, one not. The other question, the OPTC related question is: if you had the opportunity to create a mechanic for the game, be it like a new type of event or something for units to have, what would it be and why? That's question 1. What are you guys doing?
A new event or a mechanic?
Yes.
I want something to do with hockey.
I think like we've probably talked about this a lot, but I would probably agree.
Yeah.
I'd say if it was an event, it would be like the daily I don't know how you describe them. Probably Flame Rose because he plays 35 gachas. The ones where like you send people off on a mission for X amount of time, then they come back.
Dispatch quests.
Yeah, dispatch quests or hockey as a new mechanic. Those would be my 2 easily.
I'd love to see Haki as a mechanic, as in like it could be like a new classification for characters, which breeds more creativity for legends in the future. I think it'd be super cool.
Yeah, I do hockey. I think we've had a similar question like this in the past, but I remember I said that for like a mode or / event type of thing, I would want like a practice mode, like a punching bag type of thing where you could test teams out and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can like test it, so you could be like you can receive damage, or you can choose when to move on to the next stage, so you can like test teams with mechanics and stuff. Like if they did it correctly, that would be super good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my videos would be in there. I wouldn't even play content.
I would make videos of just like high damage teams and just like
testing Yamato at 55%.
Testing Yamato last tap 1. We didn't do her last tap. Oh no. What's Yamato's Yamato's last tap? Oh no, you know what? Leave that as a surprise. Fuck it. That's too much time. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, no, we can't reveal that just yet.
Yeah, Knight, do you want to let them know, or do you want to hold on to that information? I'll take that as a hold on to that information. And then the non-OPTC related question was, do you think it's weird / what's your opinion on people never learning how to ride a bike? Love the pod and your guys' chemistry so much. So his other question is, do you think it's weird / what's your opinion on people never learning how to ride a bike?
Wait, people don't learn how to ride a bike?
Some people don't.
I thought that's like everyone does that.
I don't know. I know a few people that didn't know how to ride a bike. So I don't know. Pretty. I mean, teach their own. At the end of the day, like it doesn't.
Yeah,
matter.
I mean, I don't think it's weird per se, because I mean, like for me, like I mean, I know how to ride a bike, but like I haven't rode a bike in like I don't even know how long.
Yeah, I haven't. Like, if I went and rode a bike right now, I'd probably take me like a bit to get comfortable again. But after like that little period of time, then I'd be good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. Next question. At a chocolat, I recently saw a post that showed dill pickles on pizza. What are your thoughts on adding dill pickles to a pizza? Love the podcast. Keep up the good work. That sounds fucking revolting.
What the heck?
That sounds disgusting. I don't. If I ever see you pull up with a pizza that has dill pickles on it, we're not friends.
Yeah. The only thing I put a pickle on other than like a burger is a chicken sandwich.
Actually, I did hear about the dill pickles. I saw when I went to Indonesia before COVID happened. We went to some restaurant and we had these cheeseburger spring rolls.
Interesting.
And they actually had like a whole beef patty that was like chopped up, and it had like cheese and like mustard pickles in it, and it literally tastes like a cheeseburger, but it was in the form of a spring roll. So I feel like if you had like a pizza that was like meant to be like a hamburger or a cheeseburger pizza, that would kind of make sense, but anything else, that doesn't make sense.
I'm not about to say that he fucking loves dill pickles on pizza.
No, I'm not. I said from the jump. Okay, no, that's nasty.
Good. We're all on the same page with this one. All right, thanks, A Chocola. At OSD Yonko, they ask, thanks for the content. 2 questions. Now that the 2 legends that Tosuke wanted the most, Kuma and V2 Kizaru, I don't know, I think V2 Kizaru was one of them, but I think it was more Lucci, are so bad. Which unit do you guys want next? All right, we'll start with that. So now that those legends are released, Todd, what unit do you want next?
I really want to see Young Garp. Young Garp, I want to see, and I want to see a V2 Crocodile.
Young Garp, baby. I think I'd probably agree to both of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'd definitely.
Does this include spoilers or no?
Nah, probably not.
Yeah, right.
Nah, fuck
okay.
you.
Well,
I don't want to edit shit in.
But I mean, we're getting ulti.
Well, that's fine.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Cool.
And the other question?
Since you're talking a lot about food, have you tried Turkish food / what do you think about it?
Turkish food.
Turkish food.
Oh, yeah,
what kind of food? Turkish?
Is that like doner kebabs?
Yeah, pretty much. Kebabs, P-days, that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm Arab, so I already fuck with all that stuff already, so that's fine by me.
Yes, sir.
That shit's all delicious.
Wait, would Turkish be like Mediterranean shit?
Similar. Not identical, but similar.
I'd definitely give it a red hot crack. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
I've never had it personally.
I mean, I wanted to try it, but I never like been at a Turkish place, so I can't judge it yet. But next time, we will judge it on GGP Live. We will eat Turkish food until we die.
All right, there we go. Next GGP Live. When we all meet up. After when I go to break Flame's kneecaps after buying my vaccine passport off the dark web. We're all gonna go get Turkish food together. And it's gonna be a GGP Live. So get keen. Todd's coming too, though. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right. Vince M. Zamora, they ask, yo, guys, thanks for the episodes. If there was an April Fool's Day legend, what would it be? My personal favorite would have to be Kuina versus Down D Stairs. That's rough, but nice joke, buddy. April Fool's legend, what are you guys vibing with?
V2 Usopp.
Yeah. But actually make him, like, fucking classy good, too, at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Soge King versus Usopp.
Actually, like, it's not really like relating to April Fools, but just themes in general. I swear, if Japan does not do a V2 Brook for Halloween, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah,
it's literally the perfect Halloween legend.
At some point, they definitely have to.
Yeah,
they're gonna do Hogback.
Hogback? Hell nah.
They could do like a Brook and then like a Perona solo legend or something.
Oh, Perona, please.
Yes, let's go. Perona, go to I'm dumping my gems. Pause on that banner. So make sure Perona legend comes out soon. Please, I'm waiting.
Or Zora versus Ryuma.
That's wait, that's not even wait, this is not April Fool's anymore. That's Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking.
Okay.
Yeah, he changed it.
I was like, all right, fine. Fuck you, Vince. We're talking about Halloween legend coming up.
I don't know. I feel like April Fool's is like there's not
it's
many
Usopp's time. It's Usopp's time. Like if you're really gonna crack into it, I feel like it
Usopp's
has to.
birthday is literally April Fool's Day.
Exactly. Like I think like an Usopp V2 coming out on April Fool's Day would be tight as fuck. So and Usopp in general.
I was gonna say 6+ evolutions to the Celestial Dragons.
Yo.
Yeah, that'd be cool though. Like even if that's kind of weird, like that'd be kind of tight. Like that'd be kind of sick. And they're actually like really good units after 6+. Like, hold on,
increase their cost from 99.
They make it the one that's riding Kuma.
Yeah. Holy shit.
His super type requires Kuma on the crew to use.
Yeah.
He binds Kuma for 99 turns, but gives himself like a 10 times attack boost or something like that.
And then they release a new unlockable ship, and it's Kuma.
Dude, I'm down.
Bro, imagine.
Best Kuma unit in the game better be a ship. Hold on.
That weird moment when the ship's better than the unit.
That's scary, but probably very true. All right, thank you for your question, Vincington. Sand Legend, he asks, this is more directed at you guys, by the way. How did your channels become as popular as they did? I mean, obviously, it's been 6 to 7 years now since the game's release. Your channels are big in the community. But when you first started making videos, did you do anything special to put yourself out there or advertise yourself? Or did you just start making videos and people happen to find them and your channels gain traction over time? Gentlemen, how'd your... I mean, I guess you kind of... If you wanted to get into origin story of your channels and videos, if you wanted to, but... I guess the crux of that question is like, how did your channels pick up traction, and you know, how'd you find the audience that you have now?
Well, there's not many people making Treasure Cruise videos these days. I don't know if you've seen, but there's not that many people. Like,
there are people making Treasure Cruise videos that are just like, here's the team versus the content.
Yep.
But there's not a lot of people making Treasure Cruise videos that are also like discussing the news, doing tier lists, ranking units, guides that are like more specific. People are just like releasing videos that are like, here's a 2-minute video of the team, the thumbnails of the team. Shout out B bro, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I've always wanted to like do like YouTube video stuff, and I used to do it before Treasure Cruise as well, doing Pokemon related videos. But I think all of those are gone now, so don't go searching. But
maybe one day.
Yeah, back. I don't know. I remember when I first started though, because like I said, like I wanted to make some videos for Treasure Cruise, and I remember the first person I contacted was actually Boris, because Boris was like streaming, and he was the first person I saw make videos on the game. I remember like I sent him like a whisper on Twitch saying like, oh, I'm thinking about making a video for Treasure Cruise, and I sent him like some Photoshop documents that I was doing, and he's like, oh yeah, this is really cool, man. I'm like, okay, so I got some approval from Boris, I'm gonna continue this, and then yeah, that's
Fuck
it.
Boris, he down bad, Todd up, let's go. Nah, I'm joking.
And it's all about
Boris goated, bro.
Doing stuff that like other people haven't done yet to like make you stand out as well. Another really good thing to do.
Yep. For me, similar to Todd, like I used to do YouTuber when I was gonna say YouTuber. I used to do YouTube when I was younger, like really, really young, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I used to like just post stuff and then delete it.
Yeah.
As for when my channel kind of picked up, I kind of targeted in a spot and it actually worked out. And you guys might remember this, but this was back when Global got the second half of the Stampede event with Stampede Luffy and stuff.
Yeah.
Todd happened to go on vacation for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I sent my friend a message. I was like, this is the week.
It's time. Yeah.
So I started just blasting videos, and a couple of those videos that I posted to this day are still the highest viewed videos on my channel.
Legit? Holy shit.
That's what you have to do though. Like I feel like obviously like if you're looking at like I mean Night isn't necessarily like in terms of like OPTC content anymore, but like if you're looking at like OPTC content creators, there's not a lot of people that like if you're looking at like the top, it's Todd then Flame and then everyone else kind of like cascades below that, right? I feel like if you want to make and again I have like yeah, you have Tower Corner up there too. You have like other people like Stump's got like 4.5K now, so he's pulling up right now. So like if you want it, like I feel like, and again, I have like 185 fucking subscribers, so don't take much advice from me. But as a viewer, what I enjoy seeing is just creativity in Treasure Cruise content. And I think people that always have this kind of argument or debate that it's hard to be creative in Treasure Cruise content, I disagree. I think that you can be creative with the Treasure Cruise content you're making. And that's not necessarily like, I have to have 3 unique teams that Flame hasn't made and make that. Whilst that might get you some views because your teams might be more buildable in comparison to Flame or Todd, I think that you have to try to find like what Flame did, potentially try to analyze or find a market that hasn't been tapped. Like again, Flame noticed that Todd was away, so he wasn't making videos. Flame struck while the iron was hot, released content that Todd wasn't going to release, or maybe release later, and then Flame gained traction based upon that. It's a smart strategy to take place. So I think if you want to really get big, potentially in the OPTC scene, is find a field or find a traction that gains you coverage in a particular area that isn't necessarily covered as much as isn't covered as much overall. But I think Night probably is a little bit more unique because of the whole JP aspect. And I don't think a lot of people were making JP content. So I don't know if you want to speak on that, Night, and how your whole approach was it to making OPTC content for JP.
Yeah, sure. I just started making videos just after the 3rd anniversary on JP. I was just like, fuck it. I'll just start making videos. I didn't really so I like posted my videos on like one of the One Piece Facebook groups. Yeah. Just like sometimes just I think like the first one that I posted was like Lucci versus what was it? Lucci versus the Coliseum NL, and I think that was like the first one that like kind of like gained like a little bit of traction. But like when I like started to really gain traction was around when Luffy Ace came out, and also when was it? It was like a little bit before like Lucy. I started like a little series thing that I like to do, which was like choose your own legend, where I just use one legend and then I'll just beat all the coliseums that were available during the month, and I think that's like where I started to gain the most traction. And then also there's like certain like smaller like periods where like I made, what was it? I think it was like Whitebeard Markle versus Sengoku or something like that. And then like Todd, like when that came out, he like gave me a shout out or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember it was that, or I think Etsy did something like that as well, which also like helped.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think
I don't know, it's just like posting your shit and being pretty
I think it's about being proactive, I think, too.
yeah.
You gotta be consistent as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just
I
be
guess
like,
a little.
yeah.
No, you go.
Can't just be like, I was gonna say, you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna post a video for this content because I feel like it, and then like when any other content comes out, you're like, oh no, I don't feel like it anymore.
Yeah.
Like if you wanna keep making videos for it and want them to be popular, you got to continuously do it.
I think like some of Flame's, like my favorite Flame content was like the meme stuff as well. Was some jabroni in the comments saying, I mean, don't do this, but I think like Flame has the gall. Like when somebody in the comment section memes like, oh, you can't clear this without X unit, and then he does it. That's a free video idea in itself, and I think that goes for really good content in itself. But I think like what like a few people will do, and I think it's like pretty much like, you know, if you look at like Subconsi's kind of content, I mean, again, sorry, yeah, you got to add Subconsi to that hierarchy there, or that list there too. But Subconsi's content is pretty unique in the sense that like it's not necessarily always about clearing the latest bit of content, but it's more so like unique features, high damage teams. Like there's a lot, he kind of delves into a lot more the creative aspect of releasing OPTC content.
Right.
Yeah. I was gonna say earlier, I guess this is kind of unrelated, but as I guess motivation for making videos and stuff, kind of like what Todd said, like you have to be, like especially in the start, like you have to be very consistent. Like you have to post every day. Like even like when you are posting, like and you're just starting, like your videos aren't gonna like get a lot of views. Like even if you're gonna post something that like everybody else is posting, more than likely you're not gonna get a lot of views just because that's how the algorithm is.
Yep.
But over time, it's gonna start to recognize that you're a consistent poster, you're consistent with your titles, your tags, and it's gonna start to put you out there, and then you're gonna have that one random video that may get like 200 views instead of 20, and then it'll move on from there. And something I always try to tell myself is like, even like if I put out a video I'm really proud of, I always tell myself like, oh, there's always a better video out there, or somebody did something better, so I need to try harder.
I think there's all the things like titling, and like you said, titling, tagging, thumbnails. Work on your fucking thumbnails, please, man.
Yeah, honestly, thumbnails make a big difference on whether people click your video or not. Like if you just have like some people just don't even post a thumbnail. Like for me, I won't even click on that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, please, like, do that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's very important. Like, do that kind of stuff. Like, seriously, please. Like, think about that kind of stuff when you're making videos. And again, like, I'm only talking as a viewer. Like, you know, I'm gonna blow smoke up everyone's ass real quick.
Here we go.
You know, you'll do good work for the community, straight up. You'll release good content, you'll make good stuff. But I think what's good about you, like you guys releasing the content, I think like from Knight's perspective, I mean purely because like he was the big market in JP. I think obviously at the time you had like Sekipoko and Boris and Atsu, but I think if you compared those guys' content comparison to Knight's content, I think the consistency from Knight probably put him ahead in terms of at least for me personally. And then I think obviously for Todd and Flame, I think Todd's always been like that guy when it comes to Treasure Cruise. I think like it goes without saying, I think Todd carries a lot of weight when it comes to like OPTC Global, and you know a lot of people, at least a large portion of people playing the game.
Just carries a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's podcast ends on that sentence right there. I think Flame is a breath of fresh air in terms of like bringing a new side and aspect to that. But I think just because these guys have their markets and have such large audiences doesn't mean you can't do something as well and make your name there. Like look at Stump. Stump releases a lot of content and a lot of teams and a lot of discussion videos.
Grinding, bro.
And he's releasing like 2 videos a day almost. He's at 4.5K
Fuck
subs.
that guy.
Yeah, but yeah, again, fuck Stump though.
Good.
You know, he's good though.
He likes Halloween Shanks. So who's the real winner?
Yeah, exactly right. But even like, you know, look at things like Subconscious. Subconscious releases a lot of like damage teams, and obviously, again, he's a big whale, so maybe you can't keep up in that kind of sense. But at the same time, like, you can kind of try to mimic that. Maybe make a free to play. Like you could look. Here's some video ideas. Start a playing OPTC properly series. A lot of people that play MOBAs, or like not MOBAs, sorry, but play like MMO games, will do a starting, like let's say hypothetically, playing RuneScape properly. So like no buying membership. You have to grind everything yourself. You have to figure everything out. You're playing this particular format. Maybe do playing OPTC properly, where it's like, you know, you can't buy any gems. You know, when you pull, like that's the gems you have. You can't do particular aspects. Maybe make a restricted account, whereas like I can't do particular things, or maybe make a like roulette style like team building video, or like maybe make team building guides that aren't necessarily like build this team to clear this content, but like just how to build teams and be more efficient in that kind of sense. Or like make tier lists. Tier lists always do fucking banging. Like the other day I looked up for GGP. Our waifu tier list is like the 7th recommended video when you type in One Piece waifu tier list on YouTube.
Really?
It's just kind of bonkers to think about it in itself, right? Because like whereas in comparison, we're fucking small. That means we have to do a V2 version. I'm just saying we need to get that, capitalize on that SEO. But like there's always a means. There's always a space in the market. There will always be a space in the market. The hardest part is just finding that space in the market and making it your own. There's your words of wisdom from me, at least. Like you don't have to make 4 teams versus Barto Cavendish. Whilst that's going to get you, I think, consistent views, that probably isn't going to be the video that pushes you to the next level or pushes you in subscriber count. It's just going to be the video that all your subs that are there to watch that kind of content will continue to watch over time. But I think that you have to find a means to create a different kind of content. I mean, look at us. I mean, I'll take it. This podcast, for example, like, no one was doing a podcast at the time. We thought, why not? We make OPTC podcast. We had a group of 4. Groups change, of course, but everything's still chilling. We're just making a podcast about OPTC, and now we're uploading more videos that are like, other than OPTC, they're talking about different kinds of topics. They're talking about extra stuff. We've done interviews. We've done that kind of stuff. Like, even if like within your own little community, do interviews with players. You know, like build a community of people that you can feed off one another, and you can make content together. Do collabs. Because I'm gonna kick it to you, bro. Real recognize real. I'm always looking out for the next guest on GGP. And if I like your content, I think you're a cool person, I'll probably hit you an invite at some point, and then that's where you could potentially blow up from there. I'm just saying, like, at least for me personally, for OPTC content, I'm always looking out for the next person that jumps on it. So, like, just keep grinding. Like that, I know it's pretty cliche and probably pretty cringy at that too, but you have to keep grinding at all possible times. You can't have to, like Flame said, release videos daily. Even if like you could sit one day and record 10 videos in one day if you really want to be relaxed for the rest of the week and just have those upload periodically, but you have to upload consistently.
Yeah, I was gonna say another thing is like one of the harder parts about like creating content is just kind of starting in general, because it's really like getting to that point where you feel like you're being recognized, or like you can obviously see it as it is, because like, a lot of people could lose motivation. Like they could put a lot of time into a video and it gets like 20 views, but I mean, it happens. Like that's happened to everybody.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's hard. Right. Like, it's fucking hard because, first and foremost, the OPTC, like, landscape or community is pretty small. Like,
yeah.
If we say the maximum is Todd's sub count, like, that's, like, the highest point, right? Like, and you could surpass that. Like, you know, and, you know, more power to you if you do. But, like, in itself, OPTC is small, but like I think that it's not pretty easy, but I think it's pretty capable to get your channel to like 1,000 subs in the OPTC community. If you upload good content consistently, I think people will recognize you pretty easily. And I think from there you can build and cultivate an audience that continues to generate like more and more viewership, and then you can get to like, Flame level, and then hopefully you push to like Todd level, and then even further beyond even. So I think it's just about recognizing like where the market is and how to like attack that particular market at that too. Yeah, that's the motivation. That's the motivation.
There you go. My man out here spitting.
Just start. I think that's the hardest part. Just start uploading stuff.
Just do it.
Like, seriously, just do it.
What do you mean?
Like, it's like dead ass though. Like, just start uploading videos. Like, that's it. Start with something, even if it is just team videos. But start somewhere. Todd started fucking Pokemon, for God's sake. Now he's killing it in Treasure Cruise. Flame started playing 35 gachas. He's still playing 35 gachas. So, like, sometimes you don't change, but sometimes you do. But, like, I don't know. I just think, like, the best point is if you really want to pursue something, you have to just start. And then from there, like, see how...
Yeah, it doesn't happen for free. You have to work
most of the time, it doesn't happen overnight. Some people are lucky, but I think most of the time it doesn't come overnight. So... You're going to have to put your head down and get hustling. All right, fine. Final question from our guy, Cody, the new married man. He's taken, ladies. Cody in Canada, married man.
Congrats, Cody.
This was the question.
Fuck me.
What? Huh?
I said nothing.
All right, sure, buddy. But this was like part of the question they wanted us to ask because he's on his honeymoon. He's getting cake right now. Yes, sir. Anyway, he said with the Super Sugofest coming up specifically, what are you guys pulling for? We already mentioned that earlier. But then he also says, which is better, wedges or fries? And we might have a divide here. I don't know.
Oh, dang. I'm usually a fries guy, but man, there are some good wedges out there.
I'm a wedges boy. I'm gonna kick it to you. Wedges, sour cream, sweet chili. Hoo-hoo. Now it's hidden.
Dude, it's so good.
Oh god, Flame, Knight. What do you guys think? Fries
I'm a
or
fry
wedges?
guy.
You're a fry guy. Knight, the fry guy. Flame.
I'm a fry guy, but if I had the option in front of me, I think I'd pick up a wedge.
The best possible wedge versus the best possible fry. What are you taking?
I'll probably take a wedge.
Oh, we're split.
Todd, are you taking fry?
I'm taking fries.
So Knight and Todd fry boys. Me and Flame wedge lads. There you go. It's a split decision there. Cody, what are you taking? You're a peanut butter guy. You're probably with Knight here in this one with fries, eh?
Let's go.
Dunk the wedges in peanut butter.
Oh my! I'm not doing that right now. Wait, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. You can't trust Cody, bro. He has peanut butter on his burgers. Cody is a married man that eats peanut butter on his burgers. How is he? If Cody's a married man, then there's hope for the rest of us.
Come on, man. That's crazy.
No, like we said in the last episode, congratulations again. You're always a fantastic person to ask questions. You always ask the best questions too. Get on Cody's level, man. Asking questions. But that's it, we're done. Episode 51 of the GGP podcast is done and dusted. Todd, what is the phrase for this week?
The phrase for this week is QR code.
QR code down below.
Just type in QR code.
Type in QR. You get free V-Bucks if you do that. So make sure you type in. You know how to get... If you want more free gems in your OPTC account, hit the subscribe button. If you made it this far, you better bloody hit it. Hit the like button too. Helps us go to deal.
Give us your credit card number
and
the 3 expiration and the 3 wacky digits.
You know what? The comment for this week is comment your mum's credit card details down below. No, don't do that. For legal reasons, that was a joke. But as per usual, if you did enjoy today's podcast, it helps us out a great deal if you subscribed or liked the video. It helps us out comment as well. Let the algorithm know we're doing a great job. But as per usual, if you did enjoy it, again, find us on Anchor, anchor.fm/Good Great Perfect. But even before that, linktree.com, linktr.ee/Good Great Perfect. Find all our social media platforms there. Like I said, anchor.fm/Good Great Perfect. There you can find all of our audio-only streams. The main ones being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. You can find us on Twitter at GP Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, which you're probably here right now. You can ask us questions again on Twitter or on our YouTube community tab. You can find all of the hosts, that is Flamevius, Nightmare JP, or Toski, or myself, Captain Parby's social media links down in the description down below. And with that being said, I think we're done here. Flame, Knight, and Todd. Next week should be pretty hype. Lots of news, lots of information coming out. With that being said, I have been Captain Poppy, and again, Flame, Knight, and Todd. Thank you for listening to the episode. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.